Actually, no. We could say that we didn't do 97 episodes because not a lot of people know this. But there is a lost episode of the Blackout and Shout podcast that never made it to air.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to hear that one.
We recorded it, but when Mike was editing it, he realized that it was a shit show, and he didn't want to put out shit.
That's how I feel every 2 weeks.
I remember being like, I remember that I was going through like that was the worst part of the like going through divorce and all that shit, and I remember just being in a vile fucking homicidal mood.
But I remember I freaking talked about all sorts of Marvel Legends and stuff and toy news and everything, and none of that went to air.
Release the curry cut.
Yeah, you know.
Welcome. You are now tuned into the official podcast of the Daywalker.
The Daywalker.
He has all the powers of the nerd, but yet the weakest.
Starring Jed Vargo.
Shut up, Wesley. What's wrong with you, Jed? People don't care who you are. It's a fucking clown. I understand. You nailed it. Well, because Transformers are fucking cool.
Levy Curry.
My body is a temple. It's time I started treating it that way. I actually really like that game a lot. Reports of my veganism are highly exaggerated because all she sees is superhero dick.
And your host, Mike Kincaid.
You know, I can be a little bit of a hothead. That's a good cop, bad cop right there. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? That thing looks badass, dude.
So it's time to put on your big boy pants.
Like a child. Yeah, you're like a little kid, man.
Is that what she really sounded like?
Yes. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready. It's time for the Blackout and Shout podcast.
So what episode is this?
97.
This is episode 97 of the Blackout and Shout show.
We are bearing down on the big 100.
That we will do nothing for. I think for episode 100 we should do the show in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm in for that. It's time. If everybody else is down, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
we should invite a very special guest star to the show for episode 100.
April?
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Okay. Yeah,
my mind first went to Brother Kyle.
Or Brother Kyle. That would, yeah. Or Jefferson and Brother Kyle.
And April.
I like the. I mean, when we're online, like this is cool having a guest star online or whatever. But when we're actually together recording, I do like to have somebody live. It's kind of, I don't know, goes off better.
Yeah.
We just have a big party. We'll just fucking wreck the place.
Hey, I'm down.
These fucking places we have in this shit at.
Yours. We'll tell everyone bring baby Yodas with. We'll just have a baby Yoda party.
I got like 7 of them I can bring. I just got to convince Abel to part with them.
Yeah, and I'll fucking
like, the little ones, and he'll never find them.
And I'll put Jed's old fucking samurai swords to good use.
You'll never find them.
I wasn't talking about on them.
Hey, listen. Don't involve me in your murder spree. Those are yours now. I gifted those to you. So, Levy, you hosting tonight?
I guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Levy. That's it.
Pure
97.
pressure.
I guess I can.
Pure pressure.
Yay! Are we doing the reverse order, or are we going back to our normal order tonight?
Let's reverse the reverse order.
Reverse the reversal.
Listen, if he's trying to host, don't confuse him any more than we have to.
Back to normal, Levy. The negative of the negative.
Okay. Well, yeah, I understood the first time you said it.
Well, Mike implied that I was confusing you.
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, but I've seen you fold like a cheap suit under pressure, though, a couple times.
Nah, I'm good.
Do you want me to tell Jed about the time when me and you put the barrel on John's porch and your mom cracked your will? Probably in 60 seconds.
When they already knew, like, what was I gonna say when we stole orange construction barrels and stuck them on John's porch? What was I gonna say to convince her that it wasn't us?
Did it have the flashing light?
No, it was just a straight up barrel. We weren't that adventurous, It was just a.
I just don't think they had any. Of course, you probably would have been stopped because they would have been flashing the back of my car.
We stole one of those off the highway the one time, and we couldn't figure out how to turn the fucking flashing light off. so we're going down fucking 378 with this just the orange flash like every 3 seconds,
looking like a construction vehicle.
Yeah.
Really covering our coats with it and everything. We couldn't get it to turn off.
Yeah. All I'm saying, Mike, is I knew we were beat, so there was no point in dragging it out.
I drag it out as long as I drag it out. Did I ever tell you about the time I shit outside the studio down on Turner Street? Did I ever tell you that one? Uncle Tony's studio.
No,
Uncle
I don't think so.
Uncle Tony's band had a studio long before I had a band. He was in bands and stuff, and he had a studio on 2nd and Turner down there by where I used to live. And when I was first starting to play, he used to let us use his studio to practice. And long story short, toilet wasn't working one night. I really had to shit. And outside there was a back door, but the back door just opened up to the neighbor's fence. So there was like a foot between the back door and the neighbor's fence, and it was just there for nothing. Like the door opened up to that. So that's where I shit out there. and and I can't remember who threw me under the bus, but somebody told him I shit out there, and he found the turd out there, and he was trying to. He knew I shit out there, and I've been for 22 or 23 years now. Have been lying through my teeth about that shit.
Better hope he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, well, I know that's not going to happen. But every once in a while, I'll bring it up. I'll be like, yo, Uncle Tony, remember that turd that you found outside the studio? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, it wasn't me.
You ever find out who did it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, did you ever?
Shout out to all our new listeners this week. It doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't. It's like an old Milwaukee commercial. Oh, shit.
All right. So
you're doing a hell of a job so far, Levy.
Oh, hey, thank you. So episode 97 of the Blackout and Shout podcast. Can you believe we've done 97 episodes already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we got recordings of them.
I can totally believe it. Yeah, proof. Like if we tried to stand up in a court of law and say that we didn't do 97 episodes, we would be fucked.
Actually, no. We could say that we didn't do 97 episodes because not a lot of people know this, but there is a lost episode of the Blackout and Shout podcast that never made it to air.
I remember you guys saying about
that.
That's
right. Yeah. Nobody wanted to hear that one.
We recorded it, but when Mike was editing it, he realized that it was a shit show, and he didn't want to put out shit. So
no, but it wasn't because it was a shit show.
Why we've made 97 episodes.
That's how I feel every 2 weeks.
I remember being like, I was going through like that was the worst part of the like going through divorce and all that shit. And I remember just being in a vile fucking homicidal mood during that whole show, and it really like came out in the recording.
The words you used when you told me about it was uninspired.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was.
So I didn't want to blow your spot up though, so I figured if you wanted to say why it didn't go to air.
If that's the worst personal thing that people found out about me via listening to this show, I would be blessed.
Yeah, but I remember I freaking talked about all sorts of Marvel Legends and stuff and toy news and everything, and none of that went to air.
Release the curry cut.
Yeah, I wonder if it's Levy. What was it? Was it like
it's about being as good quality as the Snyder cut? I'm sure.
You know what, Levy? I think I may have that on because I was recording that through my recording computer. I might actually still have those first couple episodes on there somewhere. Yeah? Oh, yeah, they might be.
All right,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah, that was before Jed came on, so that was like real early.
Mm-hmm. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just kind of listen to it, and instead of putting out the whole 2 to 9 hours, actually it was probably like 2 hours. Instead of putting the whole thing out there, maybe I'll just dig out the gold out of that episode and just put together like a 20 minute cut.
Highlights. The Sports Center clip.
Found footage. Footage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it ends up with us standing in a corner and getting clubbed in the back of the head.
Levy's got like a snot bubble hanging out his nose and shit, and crying.
Wow. All right. Well, let's move on.
One thing I was gonna say though, I think it was around this month. It was, I think, 5 years ago. We did Harris's Transformers movie.
Yeah, that's hard to believe it's that long too, man.
Yeah. Wow.
5 years. Jesus.
I think it was 5 years. or was it 4? Somewhere around there.
No, it was
think it
around
was 5,
5. Yeah, it was 5 because I remember doing that when the old fucking. I'm sorry. I was just drifting off into another world there for a second. I had to pull myself back in.
You're back in the Lost episode.
I was in the Lost episode.
All right, so on my strong side, we got Mr. Angel Downstar, Mr. Michael Kincaid. Give it up, everybody.
Hello out there in podcast land. And by the way, Jefferson says hi. Jefferson misses his 6 or 7 minute spot every episode, but I'm sure when he finds out that
get Discord.
Yeah.
Tell him he should just get Discord on his phone. Just pop in for an A.
Yeah. I don't know if he wants to put in that kind of effort.
Or you can get Gurman to get Discord and you come on and tell us about the left.
Yeah, the left, man. It's been nonstop with him. It's been nonstop with his stupidity.
Yeah, you could have your own show.
I was thinking,
it'd be really great is if we just had like a freaking debate or something like that.
Seriously, you could do at least half an hour of comedy with that.
We should just have a debate and record it and then publish it under the Blackout and Shout banner.
Well, that it's funny that you guys mentioned that because I was kind of starting to think about maybe doing like a side thing with those two particular guys, with Jefferson and Sherman, and actually put that on our channel as well.
Sherman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, because Sherman. You know why he's Sherman, right?
You told me the story, and it's pretty fucking funny. I don't remember the particulars about it.
Well, when he would be on the show, it would definitely be Sherman. Like we don't like Sherman. Yeah. Sherman follows all the rules and does everything kind of the right way. So we don't know where he's been for a long time, but Sherman's pure entertainment. But we'll see. We were trying to come up with a name for it, and Vanessa actually came up with a name. Said, "You guys play Mario Kart all the time. It should just be called the Circuit." I thought that was pretty clever. So maybe there'll be a little extra entertainment on the BNS channel at some point in the future.
I would require at least one tool review every episode.
One what review? Oh, a tool review.
Yeah.
And then
Gurman's going to be there to review him.
And the audio of one Mario Kart race.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, on my other strong side, we got Mr. Jed Vargo, the workhorse of the Blackout Shout podcast. Give it up.
Thank you.
Was that some arena effects?
That was yes. That was the crowd.
Yeah.
That was the crowd.
Yeah, it was shit.
Thanks.
Are you not entertained, Levy?
Oh, I'm plenty entertained.
Levy's an entertainer. He doesn't become entertained. He provides the entertainment for people. What's that, Levy? Well, I'm doing well, thank you.
I was getting there.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Doing, Jed? How you doing,
great.
Jed?
Doing good. Real good.
That's
busy
awesome.
week.
Yeah.
Busy weekend. Yeah, it was crazy. I redid my whole deck, so that was a week in the making. 2 weekends full.
That's the most amount of sunlight this motherfucker's seen in years.
Dude, I got color now. I'm no longer pale and transparent. I put like sunblock on and stuff, and I still got sun. It couldn't. I don't know. The SPF should have been higher than 50, I guess. But got a new belt sander out of the deal, so that kind of worked.
So, and finally, the host of the Blackout and Shout podcast tonight, Levy Curry.
Yeah, Levy Curry.
I was hoping for dead silence. I was hoping for dead silence, Jed.
It was a little silent there for a moment. I was a little worried.
I was going to wait as long as I had to.
Let me go back and I'll edit that. Add some silence in. And then I'll throw this in there.
I thought your machine only, or your program only took it out.
I'll put it back in. I'll put it back in for that. Manually.
Yeah. That's
put crickets. Put some crickets in there.
Wow. All right, then.
Levy's like the 1% host. He's like, he only does it on a rare occasion, so we can't.
The 1% host.
Yeah, you're the 1%er.
Oh,
of the hosting.
Yeah. All right. Mike, Halls, shoutouts, plugs.
I got the 2 new Junkions yesterday. KFC
did you?
Junkions. I did.
Didn't realize they shipped already.
Yeah, I got mine pretty quick, man. I was checking, and as soon as it hit my stash, I shipped it right away, and it got here in like 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So wait, did you do that all 4, right? But they only shipped just the 2?
No, they didn't get all 4.
Okay.
They only got the first 2. I think they're probably. I bet they're probably all done, but they're trying to give us a little buffer period in there to save up some ducats.
Yeah, spread it
For the other 2. So, but yeah, I got them, and they're pretty cool, man. They're like, I mean, they're just like retools and stuff, but they're not even like, they're not total retools. Like, it's kind of cool how they did it. Like, you could take them apart and piece them together pretty much however you want to, and the spikes can kind of go anywhere, and the wheels can go anywhere. And they did give these guys, I mean, obviously besides different paint jobs, they gave them different like shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm.
The one has some exhaust shoulder pads, and the other one's got like, I don't know what the fuck he's got on his shoulders, but they did those, that to kind of set them apart a little bit. But yeah, they're pretty cool. They're just like the originals, except they don't have those like spindly fingered KFC hands. They have more like the original well, not the original the original Masterpiece hands, more like the later ones, like where they have the 3 fingers all together, and then they have the pointer finger, but there's no like joints and shit. It just kind of opens up, and it's got that like typewriter finger, and then but the thumb is still the same. They still have like the ball joint thumb. But I hate those KFC hands, man. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they couldn't take a cue, because they make good stuff. I don't know why they couldn't take a cue from like Fans Toys does real good hands, and they have individual fingers a lot of times. So, but yeah, they're cool. I dig them.
Is it like are they like the submit and parts forming type of thing where you can like make a build a figure out of all the pieces?
Well, you can like, it's like you can kind of take them apart. Like the shoulders, you can kind of just pull the arms. You can pull right out of the shoulders. Like there's nothing. It's like friction's holding them in at some places. So they can almost. I mean, it's pretty clever because it's almost like they could fall apart like they did in the movie, and they can, and you just put them back together, or you could, mix and match legs and arms, and even like some of the chest pieces kind of come apart and all that shit. So I didn't really dive into it. I didn't transform them yet. I just got them yesterday, and I didn't open them until like midnight last night. So I didn't have a lot of time to really mess with them, but they felt good. They feel good quality wise from the little bit that I messed around with them.
Nate gave me an idea. He said that I should 3D model some pieces for like those figures to like as add-ons for like shoulders and stuff.
That is a great idea. Yeah, that would be a great, because you know what, the possibilities there are endless. And honestly, besides because the shoulder pieces are really where it's at, but you can but there's pegs everywhere. You can make spikes, and you can make all. We should probably just stop talking about it and let you do it. But while you're at it though, even more importantly than all that shit, some heads would be dope.
Interesting.
Because my original plan, and if you did something like that, I would definitely be in on it, because my original plan was to get 2 sets of the 4, get like 8 of them, and I was going to take the second set and totally like break them down as far as I could, and then build like 4 completely new Junkions, but then they were going to have them same heads, so it's like that'd be kind of dope to have some different heads. And I'm sure there's 1,000,001 Junkion animation models out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw that they have, I think there was on the TF wiki, there was like maybe like 10 to 12 of them that were actually named. And KSC's only done the first 2, and then these 4, so that's 6 of them. And I don't know how far they're going to go, if they're going to do any more, but I would take a look at some of those ones that I could send you a list of the names, the ones that they didn't do yet, if you're interested.
Yeah. And then there's also like the IDW Junkions too.
Yeah. I mean, being an MP scale, it's like, well, you know what? Fans Toys did that with Cyclonus. They gave you the IDW head. I don't see why not. People buy anything, except for Truck Norris shirts, apparently. But yeah, so they're cool, man. I think I don't know. I'm pretty excited to get the other 2. That'd be a good number, 6 of them. Even if they don't make any more at all, like I'd be all right with 6 of them. But if they do, like they keep going, man, I'll keep going. Yeah, let's see. Plugs. So I just finished a shirt design last night, and it was one of those ones I had on my head for a long time. It's the Archangel, on the baby Archangel on the cover of Van Halen, the 1984 album. So that's up and on the website and available for purchase. And And
which website would that be, Mike?
that would be dragonstarshop.com. And you can find that in the comic shop along with a couple other X-Men shirts. Yeah, that's all that's in the comic shop right now is our three X-Men shirts, and maybe it might be time to do some other comic shirts. But I got some ideas. Just finding the time not really finding the time, just picking a night and just going at it and doing them, because I got that done fairly quickly. I think I did it in a couple of days. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any shout outs. Do I got any shout outs? I don't think so. I think I'm good. Shout out to shout out to shout out to the fans of the Reflector Files, man. I just went over 4,000 on both the Instagram and the Facebook page.
Cool.
And it's funny because I'm kind of like I'm finding like a pocket of Transformer fans that we don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of, I mean, there's still some people from some of the groups and some of our buddies that follow that page and stuff, but there's a ton of people that I don't know, which is kind of cool, and it's actually opening my eyes to like a little debate that we had a while ago, like with people not totally knowing about all this third party shit, because there's a pretty good number of people that found out about it there. So I apologize to those people for any divorces or bankruptcies. But and it's been good. It's been a good experience, man. It's not like I really haven't had any dickheads over there. Like everybody's been having like, even when they have debates, they're always kind of friendly and everybody's been pretty cool. So that's
people
good.
Who don't read the post and ask a question that was already answered.
they're there. Yeah, they're there. Oh. They're there. I'm just ignoring those.
We're gonna get this at, and the link is like right in the post.
Well, sometimes they'll ask me something that I don't know, and then I'll find myself like in the middle of Googling it, and then I'm like, wait a second, fuck this guy.
Why am I Googling his answer?
Like if I could Google it, you Google it,
Let me Google that for you.
Let me Google that for you. Yeah, I don't want to get like that. I'm trying to keep like friendly and positive, so I'm not really being too much of a wiener on that page, So, but yeah, we're having a good time over there, man.
Someone's gonna have to contact the MKU Legion of Douches.
What, and let them know about the? Yeah, no, I don't see that. They'll get shut out. They'll get shut out. But yeah, it's actually like, I don't know. I've been gaining a lot of followers over there. It's actually like a pretty active page. Like I put shit up and people kind of eat it up or whatever. So that's cool.
What are you gonna do when you run out of shit?
When I run out of like what G1 pictures and stuff? Well, the other pictures will never end. Like dick pics. It'll just when I get to
I went to my G1 collection, so here's a picture of my dick.
Could you imagine? Like I spent a year gathering like 10,000 followers so I could fucking put my penis on the internet.
That's playing the long game there.
So to speak.
Yeah, right. Yeah. it'll get one like, and I'll go and I'll check, and it'll be a dude.
It'll be me. I'll give it the heart reaction.
Oh, this conversation ain't getting me anywhere closer to 5,000. I'll tell you that.
All right.
Switch. Yes.
So any other shout outs, plugs, or anything?
Nah, where do I go from there? I'm good.
All right. Jed. Paul's shout outs, plugs. What you got?
I got the Hasbro Ghostbusters this past week.
The Hasbro what?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
I got the 4 dudes. I'm still waiting on Dana and Gozer. Gozerian.
Yeah.
So I can finish my Zool Build-A-Figure. But they're pretty cool. I was kind of surprised that, with the accessories, they came like, they didn't all come with like traps. They didn't all come with like beams and stuff. So I'll have to figure out a way to do something about that.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if you could like 3D print something?
Yeah. What else did I get? I think I mentioned I got the Kang Toys and Reflector last time. So that's all I really got was the the Ghostbuster stuff. But I did pre-order my first Hot Toys this past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that? Which one is that?
The Spider-Man with the Parker armor. I think it's 4.
Parker Industries.
Yeah, man, that looks good. So good.
It does. I was looking at it. They did a real good job with the armor part of it to actually make it, because like the suit itself is like made from plastic and like soft plastic, I guess, or just like whatever they do to make their cloth costumes. Because Hot Toys. What's that? What'd you say?
Fish scales, or it could be baby sealskin.
Oh yeah, but no, Hot Toys. As everyone knows, they clothe their figures with soft goods. But the way they made this armor look, it looks really, really, really good. So
yeah, that's why I liked it. It didn't have that it's a 12-inch fucking Barbie doll look. It had this really like sleek plastic shiny kind of look, and it was really designed like a 70s type of style from the old Spider-Man cartoon type of look. But it was cool.
So the symbol, the spider symbol on the chest, from what I understand, it's got like it's supposed to glow green. Is there like a light up feature on the figure, or did they just paint that?
No, there's these 2 pedestals that kind of come with the stand, and they have LED lights in them. And I'm assuming there's some type of special color, of LED. And when you shine it on the figure, that glows, I think. And then the others, like the dots and everything, appear on the side of the suit. So you can turn that on and off.
Oh, that's cool.
I had said before, if I was going to get one of Hot Toys, it was going to be like the figure, like a centerpiece for like Spider-Man or something. Yeah. So,
would you be willing to disclose how much you paid for that?
It was, I got on Sideshow. It was
$20.
It was $23.60, I think.
Just in case.
Overpaid by a couple bucks.
Yeah. Yep. And they have that pre-order thing where you got to put like 20 some bucks down. It's non-refundable if you back out.
No, the deposit. Yeah.
Yeah. But they have payment plans and stuff too. If you want to pay like $5 a month or whatever.
Yeah, I do like that. I've actually considered maybe getting. I've been intrigued by statues lately, so I've been thinking about maybe picking up a statue here or there. But
I saw something. To find the right one. Didn't they advertise like a new Christopher Reeve Superman or something too?
Well, they have some Christopher Reeve statues, but nothing recent, I don't think.
I just got an email the other day. I thought you knew about that. I'll dig it back up and find it then.
Okay, because I know Mezco just put up for pre-order their Christopher Reeve 1978 Superman figure for Mezco 112. So
now
we'll get into that in toy news.
Yeah. And a shout out to Christian and Raja and Sam. We recorded that episode last week about the Cybertron Falls and everything that we did when we were making it, and had a good time. That was fun. It was, what's really funny is having a podcast with 3 people who've never done a podcast before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you're so used to just recording like every other week or whatever. And they're like super nervous. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll just edit it out. So, but yeah, shout out to those guys. And shout out to everybody on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter who follow us. And not to sound snarky, but we hit 7,500 followers on the Blackout and Shout Instagram page.
Nice.
With the reflector files slowly catching up.
That's not the competition that we're worried about. We have to go. I'm gonna have to let's head on over to Facebook real quick.
Does Stasis Lock have an Instagram?
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, they do. I think there's like 5 people.
Oh,
no, they don't focus on that at all. It's I think it's mainly the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So now in the Beast Wars podcast rankings, we have Stasis Lock at 1,112 people that like this and 1,156 people follow this. Somebody's going to have to explain to me what the fuck the difference is there, because every page has that. And it's like, I don't understand what the difference between liking a page and following a page is, because like when you like the page, you follow it, right? So.
Well, you can unfollow the page if you don't want to have it come up on your newsfeed.
No, but there's an option to just follow the page without liking it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every page has that. So they got 11, 1112 and 1156. Let's head on over to Blackout and Shout here. And right now, Blackout and Shout has, let's see, 1317 followers. It doesn't say. Oh no, it says that's followers. I don't know where the hell's the likes at.
A little further down the page on the right.
There it is. Okay.
No one likes the page.
1251 likes and 1317 follows. So as of right now, as of episode 97, Blackout and Shout still your number one Beast Wars podcast. You can put it on the board. Yeah.
What's the how far up are we? 100 some
12 if you go by likes, 1251 to 1117. So what is that? 134.
Okay.
And those kind of numbers, that's comfortable.
That is comfortable.
Christ.
Okay. So
shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Levy.
Well, you guys want to hear about my hauls and stuff?
Levy, what did you get this week? You got any shout outs, hauls, plugs?
Well, I got I got my Mafex Infinity War Thor. I think I got that the Saturday after we last recorded. So that's a great figure. Love that figure. Let's see here. What else? Oh, and then I got a big box from BBTS twice. Or maybe no. Did I get the Age of Apocalypse wave before last episode?
You did get it because you were talking about Sugar Man.
Oh, that's right, Sugar Man. How ridiculous that fuck is. Well, then I only did get one box from BBTS because that one had all the Baby Yoda stuff that I got for April. Because I got her the Mattel plush, then I got the Hasbro talking plush, and I got her the Star Wars Black Series Baby Yoda, which was like $10 for like a 1-inch figure.
Which one did you get from Mike?
I don't want to say because I want it to be a surprise when he finds it.
I hope it's washable.
What does the talking one say?
It just makes little gurgly sounds.
What does it say when you're not stuffing your dick in his mouth?
Wow.
Ow.
That is really awful. I know he's 50 years old, but he's still a child.
Yeah, but that's right in your dating range, though, ain't it? A little young, actually. 50? I mean, I know you like to get into that 70-year-old meat curtains, but
sure, yeah. I did get my Earthrise Optimus Prime, which is a really cool figure. It's actually a lot better.
You got that?
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I know people were liking it and everything like that, but I was just thinking that's another Hasbro Optimus Prime. But when I open it up, it's a really good figure.
Yeah, it looks nice, man.
The trailer,
yeah,
it leaves a little bit to be desired. But I did pre-order a upgrade kit from Nanuf Productions. It was like $25, and you get these plastic pieces to fill out the undercarriage of the trailer. You get missiles, you get the fuel hose, you get a roller, you get a replacement for the trailer door. You also get control consoles for the inside of the trailer. So you get a lot. And then you get a new rear bumper with translucent red pieces for taillights. So you get a lot with it. So it's a pretty good value, I think.
I've seen a lot of those Earthrise figures have upgrade kits that people are doing. Mm-hmm. And I shared one of those photos of Wheeljack when someone put, I guess, a repo labels on it and like upgrade kit, and it looks really nice.
Yeah.
It looks pretty impressive for like mainline shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this particular Optimus Prime, there's no hollow parts on it, and
that's good.
Levy,
how much was it? You might be asking.
It was 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty nice. It did reuse some parts from the Siege Optimus Prime, but that's to be expected. In my BBTS box, I also got the NECA Jungle Hunter Predator from the original movie because that got re-released. And let me tell you, that's an awesome fucking figure. I'm gonna take some photos with like him with Batman and Wolverine and stuff. I think that's gonna be really, really cool pictures.
Awesome. Are you gonna get the T2 stuff that's coming out from NECA?
I don't. Are they like reissues or? Because they've been doing T2 stuff for a while, and I kind of missed the boat on it.
I'm not sure because I haven't really been following that line, but I saw they're doing like the Arnie and the Linda Hamilton. I think, there was a few of them. Maybe 3 or 4 I saw. They were pre-ordered.
3 or 4.
I don't know if I'm gonna get those. Maybe, but I picked up. I did pre-order the City Hunter from Predator 2, and then they also reissued some of their aliens. They have like the dark blue or black aliens, and then there was like they had like these brown aliens. Mm-hmm. So I picked up a number of those.
Like the big chap, or is it from the Aliens?
No, they were from the Aliens movie, but they're got a brownish hue to them.
That's the Hive.
Yeah,
the Hive aliens. I think those were from Dark Horse comic. I think
maybe so. But yeah,
the book they had them. They were like kind of like ants. They had like there was a colony of black ones and a colony of brown ones and stuff. And
I know they had a colony of red ones on the home world.
Yeah, there was
the reds and the blacks like hate each other. Like they like annihilate each other when they come in contact. But yeah. So I'm still waiting for those to come in. But the Jungle Hunter came in early. Cool. So and then I finally got my SH Figuarts Freddie Mercury and from Live A version with the white tank top. Oh my god, this figure's so awesome. I've been posing him around and fucking messing with him freaking for days now, and he's freaking great.
I saw he has the Kung Fu grip lips on him.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Did you see the pictures I posted of it, Mike?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it looks really good, man.
Yeah. So
fucking Freddie McQueen. What did you call him? Freddie McQueen?
Fred McMurray.
Fred McMurray. Yeah, Fred. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that does it for my hauls. Actually, I'll tell my shout outs here. Shout out to Doormat Studios on Instagram. I ordered a replacement suit for my Mezco 112 Sovereign Knight Batman. The Sovereign Knight Batman is part of that trilogy of Batman figures I told you about that they're doing. Where they made one where he was at the beginning of his career, then the Sovereign Knight is the one where he's at his prime, and then they're doing another one where he's like older, almost like like the Dark Knight Returns style Batman. But I was never really a huge fan of the costume choices that they made for the Sovereign Knight. So this guy on Instagram, Doormat Studios, he made a Hush costume for it. So I'll post a picture of it in the chat here. This is the original costume that Mezco made. So it's all right. It's a Batman costume, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then this is the one that he made, and that looks so much better.
Cool.
And
I like the blue.
He actually, the thing is that the one he's going to be making for me actually is going to be black, is to match because I got the black version, because Mezco released 2 different versions, one black and one blue, and then the blue one had like the traditional yellow oval around the bat symbol. So he's making 2 versions of his costume, one blue, one black. But if you notice on the costume, he actually airbrushed musculature into the costume, like a shading into it. So he's going to do that for me also.
Just like the actors on 300.
Yeah. So he said, I got to ship my figure out to him, which I'm going to do tomorrow. And then he said it should take about 2 to 3 weeks to get it back to me. So
that's cool.
So very excited to get that back. It did cost a decent amount. So
when I was on Amiya, I forgot to mention I pre-ordered. I found a Vash, a Stampede Rebel Tech, so I bought that. But I finally broke down. I bought a Guts. Okay. It was on sale. With the armor and the bloody sword and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw they were the black and white Joker and Batman were up for pre-order. Who's doing that?
Boy, black and white Joker. I don't know. I know Mafex is doing a Dark Knight Returns Joker.
I'll have to look it up.
But yeah, so shout out to Doormat Studios. If anybody listening is interested, if you collect Mezcos and are interested in costume upgrades, check out his Instagram, Doormat_Studios. So he does some really good looking work. So, and once I get it in, I'll tell you guys all about it, how good it is. So
Cool.
And yeah, I don't really have anything for plugs. So so that's it. Should we go on to the news?
You're the host. You tell us.
Yeah, you tell us.
Oh, well, I mean...
You drive this crazy train.
What do we usually do?
If you paid attention, maybe you'd know.
Yeah, let's move on to the news.
So, did you hear that Sir Ian Holm? Sir Ian Holm died?
Yes.
He was 88 years old. English actor. Most well known for Lord of the Rings, playing Bilbo, and he was in the first Alien movie. He was what was his character's name? I forgot. Ash. That's it. Thank you.
Plot twist or spoiler alert.
All the androids go wackadoo.
Yeah.
So, he won BAFTA in 1981, and he died from complications from Parkinson's disease.
Oh, he had Parkinson's. I did not know that.
I didn't even know that he was like that ill.
Yeah, wow.
So he was also like
really late though, because he didn't really have I don't think. He didn't have it when he was making Lord of the Rings, did he?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Because I would think if it later stages, it's debilitating. Obviously, just look at Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he must have got it late because usually it comes on pretty early in life.
I don't know.
Your 40s, not necessarily early, but earlier than in your 80s.
I quit medical school, so I don't know.
No. Thoughts on it, but
he also played Napoleon twice. He played Napoleon in Time Bandits, and I forget what the other movie was.
Bandits.
Yeah,
I remember Time Bandits.
So that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Man, I even looked up how to pronounce this guy's name, and I fucking forgot it. Katsuhisa Hattori, I think that's his name. Man, I'm fucking butchering the shit out of it. Katsuhisa, because we're gonna go with that one. Katsuhisa Hattori.
Jesus Christ, Jed.
It's
How do you spell the last name?
Every fucking episode.
If it was Kasumi or something like that, but it's like Katsuhisa. So it's Katsuhisa.
How do you spell the last name?
Hattori. That one I got right. That one's easy.
It was H-A.
It's Hattori. Hattori. Yeah. Anyway, he was 83 years old. He was a Japanese composer. He did the music for the Fist of the North Star movie, the 1986 movie. He also did
what for Fist of the North Star?
He was the composer. He did the music.
Oh, no shit.
He also did the music for the Banner of the Star movies, and he produced the first orchestrated Final Fantasy music CD with his son back in the 80s, the very first Final Fantasy. And
I don't want to just glance over that Fist of the North Star music, but that movie had some awesome music in it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the animated one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was 86 that came out, I think.
Yep.
He had heart failure.
Mm.
So that sucks. He also produced
Katsuhisa.
Katsuhisa? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Okay. Katsuhisa Hattori. So.
Katsuhisa.
Christ.
Yeah, Katsuhisa.
Katsuhisa.
I would imagine it's pronounced.
We'll go with Levy's pronunciation. It's far better than mine. So he also produced some of the other Final Fantasy music stuff too, but he didn't compose them. That was the other dude. I forgot. What's the real famous dude, Levy, for Final Fantasy that does the music? Anyway, him. So he helped produce it though. Anyway, moving on. So did you hear that Dennis O'Neil died? He was 81. He was an American comic book writer for Marvel and DC, and he also got credit for naming Optimus Prime.
He did.
He was also an editor for Marvel Comics afterward.
Yep. He wrote many Batman stories, including Nightfall, right?
He started in the 80s, and he did a lot of those classic stories where he had the same
70s. He started, right?
Well, a lot of his stuff was well known from the 80s books, but he was really well known for like taking shit away from people, like all the characters. Like he gave Green Arrow's sidekick Speedy fucking heroin addiction.
Yeah.
He helped kill off Jason Todd. He took away Wonder Woman's powers at one point for like a real long run.
Yeah.
He took away all of Green Arrow's money.
Yeah.
Made him like a normal guy. What was some of the other shit? Oh, he actually brought back Professor X in like the early comics. I actually have this book. It's like X-Men 65 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Professor X was like dead for a really long time, and they were going to do like this whole thing where they were going to try to revamp the X-Men, and because it wasn't doing really well when it first came out in the 60s, and they brought Professor X back, and he was part of that writing team. He did he helped develop and create Talia and Ra's al Ghul. So
I
he created those.
Pronunciation Ra's al Ghul, but you know.
Okay, whatever.
Well, no, both pronunciations are accepted. I'm just saying I'm a fan of the Ra's pronunciation.
Actually, it's not either. It's pronounced.
I wasn't actualing you. Okay.
It's from a Sumerian tone where it's actually pronounced Al Ghul.
Fuck you. All right. All I was saying is I'm a fan of the Ra's pronunciation because of my love of the Batman animated series.
Okay. Well, anyway, he helped develop. He also helped invent the character Lady Deathstrike back when he was writing Daredevil when she first appeared.
Wait, Lady Deathstrike?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Lady Deathstrike was that. I'm sorry, go on.
She actually was what the hell is her original name? Her non-superhero name is like it's not Yukio Mariko.
She was originally a Daredevil character.
Mariko.
She was Daredevil before she she became like Lady Deathstrike, and she was actually in Power Pack too against like Wolverine and stuff. So
Yuriko Oyama.
That's it, Yuriko. So let's see, what else did he do? I know that the heroin thing was a big thing. He also did like all the political statements with Green Arrow and Green Lantern.
Did you ever see the cover to that one where Green Arrow finds out that Speedy was on drugs, and he's like sitting there, and he's standing there like his eyes wide, and the Green Lantern's there. He's like, "You don't understand, Hal. My sidekick is a junkie."
One thing was interesting when I was reading the bio about him was that he was given a 4-panel comic by Stan Lee, and he was told it was from Fantastic Four, and he was told to write what the 4 panels, like what they said and what it was about as a test to become a writer for Marvel Comics. And he was like, he didn't say he didn't really want to be a comic book writer. So he, like, instead of doing a crossword puzzle, he decided to pick that up and write it. And then he got the job, and the rest is history.
So he is credited for naming Optimus Prime.
Right.
Okay. Do you know who named most of the other Transformers?
I do, but the name escapes me.
I think Bob named them.
Yeah, Bob Budiansky.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have to look it up, but Starscream has some ridiculous like Viking name before he was just called Starscream.
Blood Eagle.
No, it wasn't even like words. No, I didn't say a Liefeld name. I said a Viking name.
Blood Eagle. It was a Viking form of punishment.
Torture. Yeah.
Execution.
Nah, but it was more like a.
Oh, I did. That's when they rip your rib cage out from behind your back.
Yeah, and then they spread your lungs out like wings
while you're alive.
Yeah. You're not alive for much long after that.
No.
But yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So Dennis O'Neil passed away. He was 81.
Rest in peace, man. That one hurt a little bit.
Yeah, he did. There was a lot of stuff that he was involved in. A lot of like core like foundation building stuff that made DC really what is today. Yeah. Oh, the other thing was he made like Tony's an alcoholic again. He, like I said, it was like that same thing where he would just like make people like in their the shittiest of shit. Yeah. Pick
up the status quo, which is a good thing.
He actually when he did the whole depowering of Wonder Woman and making her like he kicked her out of fucking Themyscira and stuff, the book sales went downhill. They almost like dropped the book because of it.
Because she lost her powers, or leading up?
No, because she did. Because apparently there was a lot of more fan base back then was like a lot of feminists, and taking a woman's power away was very not good back in those days.
You could look at it as they're taking away her superpowers, but not taking away the power of her womanhood.
Yeah,
she has to rely on being a woman to solve her problems.
It was labeled as very sexist, and it tanked. It tanked. It's history, Levy.
Well,
you can't change history.
Not every idea is gold.
True. I don't know, man. I mean, like looking back, do you think like the idea of having a phone number in the back of a comic book to say if Jason Todd lives or dies was a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely, because it got him killed. So I hated that little prick.
Thumbs up or down for Jason Todd?
Yeah, that's a thumbs down. Fucking beat him with that crowbar some more, please.
Well, he did become the Red Hood, which is a much better character. So
yeah. On
to the trailers. Let's go with the obvious ones. Bill and Ted, Face the Music. What was your opinion of this teaser trailer? I'm going to call it.
I don't know how good the movie's going to be, but I'm going to be there day one because I love Bill and Ted. So
same here, man. I'm glad they're doing it, but it looks like it has a chance to be really stupid.
Well, stupid in a bad way. I did like when they saw their cells in prison and they're these big jacked motherfuckers. So how'd you like our song?
It's a little dark.
Well, do you think they were it kind of felt like Keanu Reeves was kind of forcing the California voice a little bit?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he hasn't done that in like 30 years. And like he's gone on and done things like The Matrix and John Wick. He's a world-renowned action star, world-renowned actor, and he's going back and doing Bill and Ted. So no, but I mean, honestly, I think I don't think he was under any obligation to do it. So he's, it's a labor of love for him, I'm sure, probably.
Right, just like doing the next Matrix movie, him and Carrie Ann Moss. I
want to know how they're going to explain all that because they're both dead. But spoiler alert.
Was that 20 years later? Yeah, I don't. I remember reading an interview about how they said that the only reason they did it was because they thought the script was really good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully it is.
But Alex Winter's been trying for years to get this movie made, and he finally did it like 10 years later.
Well, he needed a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's true. That was mean.
That was mean.
I'm sorry. Mean. I'm sorry, Mr. Winters. That was uncalled for. You didn't deserve that.
Train to Busan Peninsula, or Fast and the Furious Busan
Zombie. Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, man, that shit looks good, man. I can't wait to see that.
Busan Drift. There you go. Fast and Furious Busan Drift.
Zombie Drift. I think it looks like garbage.
Really?
Yeah. No. It reminds me of the awfulness of the Resident Evil movies. It's an action zombie movie, and I hate them. I hate when you try to turn a zombie film into an action film. I hate it.
When zombies don't like creep along at the zombie walk, like when they start running and shit is gonna turn into an action flick.
No, because the Dawn of the Dead remake, I don't consider that an action flick, and I certainly don't consider 28 Days Later an action flick. But they were both fast zombies. So you can do it without, resorting to, shitty CGI and action tropes. It's just not. I'm not interested in it. I mean,
the first one was
because I think Train to Busan was such a great movie. It really had heart, and it really had a really great story to tell. And then they're just turning this into into action schlock, and it's just like, ugh.
What do they have to do? They have to get some money and get out of there.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what he says.
Oh, please, man. If you want to watch it, you go ahead and watch it.
Yeah,
Actually, it will not be. So
the first one bought plenty of credit with me to watch the second one. At least give it a chance. I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't. That's not going to stop me from wanting to watch it. Because I'll tell you what, that first one, man. For some movie that I had no intentions of ever watching, except for that you mentioned it, and then I stumbled upon it on whatever Tuba TV, is like I would probably put that like in my top 5 zombie movies.
Yeah, it's just really good. It was a lot better than
really
it had
good.
any right to be honest.
I knew the second that deer fucking stood up, boy, it was gonna be a good one.
That was cool.
Because you knew, like, because it wasn't hokey looking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh man, it really like made the hair on my arm stand up right out of the gate.
I like when I heard about the concept of Train to Busan, I heard people say good things about it, but I'm just like, my thought process was like, how interesting could it possibly be to have zombies on a train? Like, there's not much to work with there, you know?
I'm tired of these motherfucking zombies on this motherfucking train.
But no, they did a real good job with that one, which is it makes this movie all the more disappointing. So,
Well, I guess we'll see. It's going to be out this summer at some point.
What did you think, Jed?
I was laughing at it because there was like a lot of like, you know, we have to go in. I don't want to go back. You know, here's all the machine gun stuff and the race car stuff. But even though it is like, you know, hokey CGI and stuff, there was some really cool moments in it. And like you said earlier, you know, the Train to Busan gave me enough, you know, credit that I'll actually sit down and watch this. And if it's going to be one of those fun type of movies, then that's fine. But, you know, sometimes trailers, you know, show the most action scenes just to get people hooked, so they sit down and watch it. So maybe this isn't like that. But I did like the one part where it was like a gladiator thing where they were getting numbers spray painted on them. It looked like a Survivor thing or something. That was
when them zombies came out all piled on top of each other, like, and they were moving like one big lump. That shit fucking was creepy as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like the fear? You know, like a door opens and that's what you're looking at. Get the fuck away from me, man.
It's like a zombie combiner.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it on Jedflix whenever. Did it say where it's gonna be?
Probably Netflix because the last one was, but they just said it was gonna be summer this year, but they haven't set a date yet. At least I haven't seen one anyway.
I guess we'll find out. I bet it'll be here before New Mutants.
We'll see the third one before New Mutants, or Old Mutants, as I would like to call it.
Let's call it Old Mutants. It's great. It's a great idea.
Ghosts of War. What'd you guys think of that?
I think that looks great.
That looks fun. Yeah, that's the one where they're in like the Nazi house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
World War II horror story. It sounds awesome.
And well, you know what? I think that this has a chance to go right where Overlord maybe didn't.
Oh yeah, Overlord was good in the beginning, and then it turned into like a video game.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm very interested in seeing. I like the injection of horror into like places maybe where we didn't expect it to be.
Yeah,
and World War II would be one of those places.
The main actor is I forget what his name is.
I saw Juice in there.
Who's Juice?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't remember.
Juice from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, he had hair.
Oh, okay, and a helmet.
He was also in Luke Cage. I almost said Nicolas Cage. Luke Cage.
He was in Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he was in Nicolas Cage.
That's character acting right there.
Jamie Bell's in it.
Yeah, he's anyway the dude, main guy. I forget what his name is. Brandon something, I think. He plays Dick Grayson in Titans on DC. Plays Nightwing. So anyway, so yeah, it looks cool. I can't wait to watch that too. And last but not least, but Star Wars Squadrons. I'm really excited for this game. How about you, Mike? Are you gonna break down and buy something like this and play it?
No, probably not.
Really? Oh man, I'm all in on the VR, man.
Yeah,
it's like that's gonna be fantastic.
It looks like they're gonna be able to do with that what Namco wasn't able to do with Ace Combat 7.
Yeah,
make the whole game playable VR, because it was originally Ace Combat 7 was originally supposed to be playable completely 100% in VR, and then they scrapped that and just made a VR mode with 3 missions.
And they never did translate that to PC yet, did they?
Ace Combat 7 or the VR mode?
The VR mode.
No.
And yeah, it's been like over a year since they were allowed to.
The VR exclusivity ended in January.
Yeah. I think you would, yeah. Nah, and the cool part too, Mike, is that it's cross-platform. So Levy could be there with his PlayStation 4, virtual reality goggles on, and I could be over here on my PC with my Oculus headset, just fucking kicking his ass left and right in space.
That's still something I kind of want to get, but I just haven't yet. I want to get a VR.
Dude, we're gonna have a whole crew. We're gonna have a THC like wing. I bet Brother Kyle, Levy, me, Gort. Probably a bunch of other people.
Yeah, they announced today, like Games Radar reported that there will be no alternate view, that it will all be first person from the cockpit. So I know Andrew was disappointed by that. So, well,
I mean, not everybody's into the whole cockpit view thing when they're flying.
But they said one of the reasons why they did it that way, so that everyone would have the same experience because when you're in a third person view, you have they say you have a bit more tactical awareness, because you'll have a wider field of view, and you also don't have your instrument panels blocking your view and stuff. So I guess that's right, but whatever, that doesn't really bother me none.
Have you ever played any VR Space Combat yet?
Space Combat? No.
Oh, it's fantastic, dude.
I mean, if it's anything like Ace Combat 7, I mean, because Ace Combat 7's VR is amazing.
Yeah, no, but you have to remember, you're restricted by gravity, so you only have, you're not worried about your Z, at all, because it's, how you're flying a plane, whereas in space you have, I get that, but I mean, is that something that this game is going to be doing though? I mean, like, are they going to have moving? Yeah. Because, I mean, traditionally, Star Wars space battles have been very much modeled after World War II style battles. But you're still in space. So, I mean,
you've never really seen them moving on the Z-axis.
Yeah.
It's all been modeled after, like, World War II style dogfights. So
I guess we'll find out.
They said that you'll be able to, like, rotate your ship while you're flying. Like, you'll be able to cut your engine and rotate your ship so that you'll just turn 180 degrees while still moving in the same direction, and then you'll be able to fire backwards and stuff. Because I saw like maneuvers like that in the gameplay video.
Right.
So
I've been playing Elite Dangerous for a while, and that's the same type of combat system that they have.
Yeah.
It's all based on your pitch, your yaw, your power, and then however your thrusters are motivating your yaw. So it's different than, like, just a regular, like you said, like, World War II plane type of combat. But be prepared to get blown up by your co-host.
Oh. You're on the same team?
Even if we're on the same team, I will blow you up.
Oh, okay.
No. You can be my wingman, Levy.
No, you can be mine.
Oh. Come on, Mike. You know it. You want to buy it. You want to buy a whole rig just for this game, right?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, yeah.
Now they also confirmed on PC you'll be able to use a HOTAS stick.
They have or have not,
but they only mentioned PC in the interview. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to use mine on my PlayStation, because if not, I'll be really upset.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, if Ace Combat 7 can do it, then this Star Wars game can do it.
You think if the controller translates to the same, button presses, you think it would be just not really
I imagine
matter?
that there won't be a problem. I imagine that it will. I think I don't know why the guy in the interview specifically singled out PC, but yeah. Well, so they did, and it is getting published by EA. It's being developed by Motive Studios, and they confirmed that there will be no microtransactions.
Good.
All rewards will be earned through play. And
I got some rewards already for pre-ordering, so which is just cosmetic crap.
But I imagine that's probably just like early release stuff. Like those rewards you'll probably be able to still earn through play.
I'm sure.
And the game is priced at $40, not standard $60. So we'll see. They confirmed 2 modes so far. There's dogfight mode, which is basically just essentially team deathmatch, where you just no objectives, you just shooting each other. It's going to be team-based combat, obviously, because of the name Squadrons, right? It's 5 versus 5. So dogfight mode is basically just going to be shooting at each other. But then they have fleet battles mode, where you'll have objectives where you start with a dogfight in phase 1, but then on phase 2 you got to destroy the escort ships, and then in phase 3 you have to take on the big capital ship, whether it's the Star Destroyer or the Mon Calamari cruiser. So
can't wait, Levy. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, and then they also said the release date is October 2nd. I want to say.
Awesome.
Yeah, Friday, October 2nd. It looks like is the release date. So it'll be right around the corner. So
cool.
Very excited for it.
Yeah.
Despite it being an EA game.
Yeah. I actually bought this.
Yeah.
That's how much I want it.
So it should be fun. I think we'll have a good time with it.
So let's move on to the news before Mike falls asleep completely. You still there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Good. All right. One thing I forgot to do in my shoutouts. Happy Father's Day to everybody this weekend who is a father. So Father's Day is on Sunday. Mike, did you get your dad anything?
No. No, he's like a old fart. Like he always don't fucking get me nothing. He just wants me to come up and hang out. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go to his house and hang out, cook out,
cool,
chill with him a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Because he's kind of hard to buy shit for anyway. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
He don't really have a ton of hobbies, and the hobbies that he does have, like he woodworks and all, he buys all that shit for himself. You know what I mean? Tools and all that kind of stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, save your fucking money.
How about you, Levy?
What's that?
Did you get anything for your dad?
We're going to see him tomorrow. So
cool. All right, let's move on to the news. Let's see. Lee Cronin will be helming Evil Dead 4, a.k.a. Evil Dead Now.
What?
Yep. Bruce Campbell.
Evil Dead 4 as in like the sequel to Army of Darkness.
Yep. Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi are involved. They are producers. Bruce Campbell will not be acting in it unless he's like doing a cameo or something like that. They kind of figured that his story was basically kind of done with the whole TV series, and they wanted to bring in like a new crew of people to, abuse and how do you say it? Abuse and throw shit on.
I'm gonna disagree with his role being completely done after the TV show, and I gotta throw my theory out there. Not that they're gonna do it; they probably won't do it. But
hold on.
Okay,
before you say anything, I have not finished the series, so if you could avoid spoilers.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna even touch the series. But much like Transformers had that little season 4 in America, and Japan disregarded that season 4 and went into Headmasters. Evil Dead with Ash, like Bruce Campbell as Ash, could actually continue in like an offshoot, one more sequel type of movie somewhere down the line, because there was that alternate ending in Army of Darkness that had him like falling asleep in the car or whatever. They were trying to send him back, but they sent him like way too far into the future, and he come out of the cave like with a beard and all that shit. Like they could use old Ash, whatever age he is now, and kind of jump off of that a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it was a post-apocalypse.
Yeah, like let's see what goes on there. I think that's if they never do anything with that, that's a missed opportunity, man. Because I don't know, I gotta have me some Bruce Campbell as Ash, man. A little bit more.
They could do like a Dark Knight Returns thing too, where he's like training like a future Batman or something, or a future Ash.
A future like, Ash, yeah. We're gonna start with cutting your fucking hand off.
So they're gonna start working on that soon.
Very interesting. I'm still looking forward to that, whatever that might be.
Hartley Sawyer was fired from the Flash TV series because of a lot of his past tweets. That's the guy that plays the elongated man in the show. Levy, I don't know if you're familiar with that dude.
I heard all about it.
Sexist, racist, or homophobic?
Sexist and pretty fucked up. Some of them, like some of the shit he was saying was things like, if I had a wife, I would go home and beat her now, or something like that. Yeah. And
Christ,
some other stuff like that, which is, this was like years and years ago, but somebody dug him up and found him.
No, it wasn't that long. Much ago. It was like
months ago.
Oh no, it was like I heard like one of them only went back to like 2014.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It was something like how they were like saying, "Oh, he was young. He didn't know what he was doing." They're like, he was like 30 something.
You're laughing about it, but like if Jed ever finds his way to fame, they're gonna dig up like I don't know episode 65 of the Blackout and Shout Show and listen to him just crushing his old lady. There's all these clips of Jed just killing Mrs. Jed.
Nobody listens to this show.
I say, shut the fuck up and make me a sandwich.
Hey, you're the one that was saying about putting your dick in Baby Yoda, not me. So,
no, I was saying about Levy putting his dick in Baby Yoda. It's a different thing.
Okay. That was it.
That's different.
We're gonna go back and find the episode where I talked about John Bailey eating babies.
Yeah. That's a classic clip. I'll never be that famous where I have to worry about fucking shit like that.
You never know, Jed.
True. I never do know, but that would be like my disclaimer. Like, here, listen to these past few hundred episodes of the Blackout and Shout Show before you hire me. Let's see. So Transformers War for Cybertron, the Netflix series has been delayed.
I saw that.
They don't know. Yeah, they said it was like because of the coronavirus, they didn't get all their multilingual dubbing completed. So
they can't get all those robots together during a coronavirus pandemic.
So that's postponing the show.
Those guys, it says it attacks the elderly. The fucking Transformers are all like millions of years old, man. It's a dangerous situation.
They I just when I was reading this, I just thought back to like the German clip from the original movie. Do you guys remember that? I shared that like a few years ago, I think it was.
Oh, the German dub.
Yeah, the German dub.
Yeah.
So they're waiting for all that type of stuff to get done before they release it, I guess. And
wait, I gotta interject one thing since you were talking about Transformers, and I don't know if you saw this or not, but sure. there's a new Transformers Transformers Battleground video game that's going to be hitting consoles and PC. I don't know if you saw that.
I was going to get to that with my next bit of news, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, that looks horrible. That game looks like a fucking cell phone game. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be in the PS5 reveal. You didn't watch it?
I didn't hear about it.
Did you watch the PS5 reveal?
I did. I don't remember seeing anything about Transformers in it.
Exactly. That's how bad it was.
I'm putting it in the chat.
It's bad. Anyway, so the last bit of news I have is, of course, the PlayStation 5 reveal that happened last week. And
holy shit, that looks like shit.
Yeah, that's a PS5 game.
That's a PS5 game? Because it looks like a PS2 game.
It looks like a cell phone game.
It looks awful.
It does. I was watching it and like they didn't even have the right like transformation sound when they were changing, when they were transforming. It sounded terrible. It wasn't even close. It just sounded like somebody fucking threw some pots and pans and sandpaper together. It was bad. Actually, that discredits pots and pans and sandpaper sounds. That it was just terrible. So, but anyway, so yeah, they had like a little over an hour. Sony had a PS5 reveal. They were showing all the new games that were coming out, and there were some really good ones, and there's some really shit ones like that one, the Transformers one. But Levy, did which ones like caught your eye that you thought were really good? Horizon
Forbidden West, the Star Wars Squadrons.
Yep.
Trying to think what else. The Werewolf the Apocalypse. Did they show that during that, or was that some other thing?
So everyone, we got a message from Mike. He said that he's going to bow out while we talk about video games because he's not a video game guy, and he's going to go take a shit.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. So what else was there?
What do you mean? What else? Come on, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right, Spider-Man. Yep.
Yeah, so that was like originally thought it was just going to be like a DLC, but it's actually going to be its own standalone game.
Yeah, kind of like it's going to be smaller though. It's going to be like a spin-off from the first Spider-Man game.
Kind of like going to be smaller in price too.
The Uncharted game with Chloe and the other chick from Uncharted 4. I can't remember her name. But yeah, that was that one was like $20-$25 when it came out.
Oh, good. Okay.
I might have just been $20. I picked it up on sale 10 or 15. So yeah, it's probably going to be similarly priced, I would imagine. So, but yeah, it'll be exciting to play as Miles.
How about GT7?
Oh yeah, that's another one I'm interested in.
You're a big race car guy, so I thought that would be. It looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Ratchet and Clank.
Hopefully, the entire game will be playable in VR.
I'm assuming it would be.
Well,
we haven't seen any VR accessories announced for PS5 yet.
No, they said they're not even going to think about announcing the PSVR 2 until after the system launches.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they said they didn't want to inundate consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can only imagine what the price tag's going to be.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? You think it's going to be 600 or more?
No, I think it'll probably be about 400.
4? Really? I don't think it'll be that low. Obviously, at the very least, it'll be 5.
No, I think it'll be about 400 because I imagine it's going to be wireless like the Quest, but it's not going to have any of the.
Oh, I meant the system, the console itself when it comes out.
Oh, the VR. Oh, no. Actually, Amazon supposedly leaked the price and release date of the PlayStation 5.
Oh,
the discless all digital version is going to be 400. It was Amazon Europe or whatever. They said it was going to be 400 euros and it was going to be 500 euros for the Blu-ray drive version.
That's interesting because that's a 4K Blu-ray drive. So
right. Well, I mean, the PS4 has a 4K Blu-ray drive. Oh no, it does not. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the one. You're right. Yeah. It doesn't have a 4K Blu-ray drive. But some people are saying that that price in euros translates to like $450 and $550 whatever. But in my experience, from what I recall, is the euro price usually matches the dollar price. Whereas, so if it's like 400 euros, then it's $400.
Really? Because from what I remember, I always thought that euros were more than a.
Oh no, they are. But I think they just always priced the systems the same. Like, so if it was like, because they do the same thing with pounds, with Great British pounds. If it's like 400 pounds in the UK, then the system will cost $400 in the US.
Oh, so it's actually cheaper in the US than it is in Europe. Wow. Well, they're getting shafted. That sucks.
And again, that's as I recall. I don't. I'm not 100% certain on that. I would have to go back and look at launch prices on the PS4, Xbox One and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that they matched numerically between regions.
Interesting. I didn't know that. So it'll probably be like $399.99.
Yeah.
$409. I would have thought that. Did they say that was just a single console with a controller, or was that for like everything, the charging, the headset?
No, it's probably just going to be a single controller. No, it's all that other stuff, the camera, the headset, that's all going to be separate.
Right.
They said the release date, if I recall correctly, it was going to be November 20th.
Makes sense for the holidays. Black Friday.
Yeah, November 20th, which is actually the week before Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
So,
interestingly enough, that's when I bought my PS4 was Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, here's the interesting thing, though. Microsoft, their Xbox Series X, there's a rumor, a very popular rumor, that they're actually also going to be releasing multiple Xboxes. And they're going to have the Xbox Series X, which is going to be the top of the line model, but then they're going to have one that has a less powerful GPU in it. The actual processor is going to be the same. So you're going to have all the same physics and all that stuff. The game's going to run the same. Just graphically, it's not going to be as impressive. You're not going to get the 4K. So you'll probably be able to run it at 1080p or 1440p resolutions.
So like a PS4 and a PS4 Pro type of thing.
Yeah. So, but the big thing about this is I heard from several sources that this Xbox Series S, which is what is being dubbed right now, because with the Xbox One you had the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S. This Xbox Series S is going to only cost $200.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, and if that's the case, that shit is going to fly off shelves.
Yeah, Sony might have to make a price adjustment.
Now, again, like I said, basically the two different PlayStations, I believe, are identical other than the physical media.
Right.
These two Xboxes, they're completely different in terms of graphic capability. But, I mean, if you're not a graphics whore, if you're not a 4K whore, then you won't care. You can get a brand new next-generation Xbox for $200.
Dude, I can imagine
Holy shit.
there must be, I bet you there's going to be some type of mod you're going to be able to do to unlock all that crap if it's the same exact GPU.
No, it's not the same GPU. It's the same processor, same.
You said graphics processor, right?
No, not the graphics processor. The computer itself, the processor, like
CPU.
Yeah, the CPU. Okay. That's it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the same CPU. It's going to be the same CPU, but it's going to be a different graphics processor that's not going to be as powerful.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, with consoles, I mean, the GPU is the main, processing unit over the CPU. They work hand in hand, but I mean, you're going for graphics, especially with like the newer stuff with the ray tracing and everything like that.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, because the processor is going to be the same, you're still going to have all your your same physics and everything like that, and basically anything that the processor runs, I mean, the game is going to run the same. It's just the graphically, it's not going to be as impressive.
Interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder. Yeah, that's of course too. Like with all consoles, you have to have a good software lineup to sell it.
Well, that's the big thing that Microsoft has going against it because they don't really have much in the way of exclusives. Especially since considering that all of their first-party games will be on PC as well.
Right. Because basically, Xbox is a PC. Yeah, so
absolutely. Yeah. But by the same token, I mean, you have the other Xbox services that I think are going to really, really sell the system. Because you got the Game Pass. That is value. That program is probably one of the best things Microsoft has put out in recent memory. Then you also have the whatever their version, Xbox's version of Stadia, whatever that's going to be called. I can't remember. Project xCloud. If they do that right, that's going to be a system seller too, I think.
That's something I got to try. After the show, I think I'm going to try Stadia because it's free for everybody now. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how it actually works or not.
Yeah, you have to buy the games unless they have. Do they have free games available?
I don't know. I'm assuming there's got to be something where you could try it, like they said, for like a couple of minutes maybe before you have to buy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother wasting my time because that Stadia is that's just been a piece of garbage since day one.
I just want to try it. I want to see how I was talking it up and how it went to shit.
Well, I mean, we're expecting them to just basically flat out lie. I mean, they said that they were going to be having streaming 4K video. They haven't done that yet. You were going to be able to play on. You were going to be able to play on anything that had a screen. Yeah. Okay. Sure. All these freaking promises they made, and they have barely delivered on any of them. So
yeah, I just gotta check it out.
Fuck Stadia.
Anyway, back to the PS5 games. Do you watch the Ratchet and Clank demo?
I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. It looks cool. Yeah, I never played a Ratchet and Clank. It never interested me.
I was all into Jax and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. Man, those are really fun, good games.
Yeah.
The portal technology, though, with the way that it seamlessly goes from level to level, is pretty cool. Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, Resident Evil 8. Graphically, I mean, that looked really, really good. The return of Chris Redfield. The trailer, that was cool.
Actually, with of all those games, the one that interests me the most was Little Devil Inside. I really like the way that the stylization of the game looked, the graphics. And from what I understand, it's been like a Kickstarter project for a few years now. And the other one was Stray. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, Stray. That's one I'm really interested in. Because you get to play as a cat.
Yeah, Stray really threw me off because that looks like almost like the Robot Will Protect You video that this guy in the Blender group, Nicola, I forget his last name, but he pushed out about a year ago or whatever. If you watch like the trailer for like Robot Will Protect You and then you watch the trailer for Stray, I honestly thought that he was part of the development team for this game. And then I reached out to him and he was like, no, he's like, they flat out like stole my design or whatever. And I said, oh man, you should do something about it. He's like, I'm just one dude. There's against a big company. He's like, there's no way. in the world I'm ever.
No, that's tell him just get on him about that because there have been big companies that have been caught plagiarizing shit. Like Screen Rant just plagiarized this one guy's video, and IGN, a year or two ago, had one of their reviewers caught plagiarizing stuff. So yeah, no, don't tell him not to sit on that. If he feels that his work was infringed upon, he should pursue it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much similarity to it, but it looks like a really cool game. I didn't have anything else written down. I figured there might be some other games that you might have thought of.
Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed again.
I saw that.
By 2 months. So it's not coming out until November 19th now.
Is that PS5?
No. I think it will be because I know on the Xbox they said that it's part of that. I can't remember what the program's called, but Xbox games, certain Xbox games that you buy for the Xbox One, you'll get a free copy for the Xbox Series X.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So like Cyberpunk 2077, if you get the Xbox One X version of the game, then when you upgrade to the Series X or Series S or whatever it is, you'll get that version of the game. It's not like you'll be playing the Xbox One X version on the new system. You'll get that next gen version of the game for free.
Cool. That's great. What was do you remember what they said about the PS5's backwards compatibility? Were they going back to?
They're going to be going back to PS4 as far as I know.
Just 4 because 3 was a completely different architecture.
I don't know, but like the Xbox Series X, they said they're going to be every generation of Xbox is going to be playable.
Remember seeing a rumor that PS5 was going to do the same thing, but under like an emulation type of deal.
I heard that rumor, but so far the only thing that I've heard confirmed was PS4 reverse compatibility.
Makes sense.
Well, the Microsoft conference will be in July, so we'll get to see more information about Xbox, the new Xbox system and games and stuff for that. Let's see here. CD Projekt Red is doing a presentation dedicated solely to Cyberpunk on the 25th, next Thursday, I believe. So that's going to be what I'm tuning into.
Is it a tech demo or?
Well, it's just going to be a presentation. They're going to show all new gameplay, from what I understand, and just talk about everything that's, because they said the game itself is complete now. They're doing bug fixes and just polish.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to say, I'll bring this up before I forgot. I saw that like the other day you shared that video, Spider-Man, was it called Cake Day or Cake or something like that? Yeah. I never realized
that was like from like a year or two ago that I shared it.
I saw that and I never realized that the Collider crew did that video.
Yeah, Quarter Crew.
Quarter Crew.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I watched it again in my memories. So yeah.
And then I saw the guys in the chopper, and I was like, "Oh, these guys did that. Okay, cool, yeah. Interesting."
Yeah, that was a good short film too. I'm eagerly anticipating the Devolver Digital presentation. They publish like smaller indie level games. Two of the biggest games that two of the games I'm most interested in are that Carrion game. Remember that one that you got that demo for me?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is where's that at? Are they gonna start selling that soon?
Well, that they're supposedly going to announce the release date for that, and I heard it's going to be this summer.
Oh, sweet, cool.
So it may even release it like during the presentation.
Nice.
It's entirely possible. And then the other game I'm really interested in is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Did I show you that video?
No, I don't think I saw that one. No, I'll have to check that out.
The characters are like all these little. They look like these little jelly beans with arms and legs, right? But like it's kind of like an interesting take on battle royale games where like you run through multiple obstacle courses and you have different objectives and stuff, and then each round people are knocked out. Like the one stage you have to run through these walls, and some of the walls give way, some of them don't. So if you get held up, then you might not make it to the next round, because like it'll only a certain number of people will make it through the next round. So you got to make sure you try and get through the breakable doorways and get to the finish line first. Then they have like obstacle courses where they have things falling at you and stuff like that. They have a game like a version of tag where like certain certain players will have little tails on them, and then you have to run up and try and grab the tail. And then you get the tail, and then everyone's chasing after you. And at the end of the round, whoever has tails moves on. Everyone else gets knocked out. It was a fun little game. It is really reminiscent of those shows like Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Yeah.
Or what was the original called from Japan? Takeshi's Castle. And stuff.
Oh, cool.
It was really funny looking stuff. So you should check it out. And then I heard that's releasing this summer also. So
Elite showed a preview of their next software deployment for the game. They're gonna go where they're gonna go where you can get outside the ship and go on the planet, and
kind of like No Man's Sky.
Sort of, yeah, yep, just like that actually. So, but they've been avoiding that for years now, and people have been asking for it. I mean, they gave you vehicles where you can get down to the surface and do stuff like mining and stuff, but they never got it where you can get out as an individual explorer.
That No Man's Sky, they really, really, really came through on that game. I mean, when it launched, it was just an absolute piece of shit, but they really improved on that, and now it's like fully VR playable, multiplayer, all sorts of stuff. So I actually played it when they after all the improvements, and it's really good. So
I'll have to check that out. I'm all into the Elite. I hardly ever play it, but when I get into it, it's just it's like a full space flight sim, with everything. And they just pushed out the upgrade to the software to include fleet carriers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have enough money and stature and all that stuff, you can actually buy a carrier so that other ships and stuff can land, and you can do trading and stuff with other pilots and stuff. I forget how old that game is now. 8 years, maybe 6 years. Yeah, Elite Dangerous. It's been improved upon every quarter. They always push out a software update with something new. It's a lot of fun, but it's involved. It's one of those things where it's not like an arcade shooter. You get in there and you either want to be a trader or you want to be an explorer or a hunter or something. It's just there's so much to learn. It's been around for so long. There's so many mods you can do to it, and it's the best VR game I've ever played. Just visually, it's so good. That's what I was saying before about space combat sim stuff. In that game, depending upon the ship you have, if you have enough field of view, you can look up and around and behind you and see where the other ships are and below you, and it really enhances your combat. When you were playing Ace Combat 7 with the VR, I mean, were you turn around looking for the other ships, or jets?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So, toy news?
Toy news.
Okay, so I'm going to be dropping some links into the chat. So this first one, Lemon Tree, they are the group Lemon Tree is the company that makes the Shockwave that turns into the Revenge. And I think they had a Prime somewhere teased. Now they have, I just put that link in. This is Bumblebee movie Soundwave.
Cool. I remember seeing some of this stuff.
With a Ravage. If you click through enough of the pictures, you get to Ravage jumping out of his chest. But these are all, the thing I'm clicking through right now, this all just robot mode. Blueberry. LT04 Blueberry.
Did any of these come out yet? Any of their products?
I think the first one is that Shockwave one, is it not?
No, because aren't they doing the Shockwave?
What did I say?
I think you said, did you say Shockwave?
Yes.
I don't know, but Shockwave, yeah, Shockwave. Well, let's see. I'm going to type in LT01 and see what that is.
Prime.
LT01 is a Prime. LT02 is LT02 is the Blitzwing.
Okay.
Which one's this? From Bumblebee movie. LT02.
This one's 4.
This one's 4. So LT03 is the revenge. It's weird that they put that in there because they're doing all stuff from the Bumblebee movie, and then they got this Shockwave that turns into the Revenge from the 1986 movie. But this Soundwave looks pretty good. They captured that beefy look that he had in the movie without making him look too clunky, because I was worried what a toy might look like for these guys. But man, I said it once, I said it a million times, man. If these were the designs that we got for the whole Bayverse and shit, I would have been so down, because these are pretty fucking cool. It's a cool design. Like it's like I'm all right with it. You know what I mean? It's a cool kind of modernized Soundwave, but you look at it and it's Soundwave. You know?
Mm-hmm. He does have the vagina face going for him though.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not far off. You know what I mean? Like it's not far off from the. You know what I mean? Like if you look at some of the like all the Bayverse guys, man. Like even Prime, like until he puts his faceplate up, like you don't even. I don't know. He's blue. This like Soundwave still has that kind of like, you know, like the middle, like that thing in the middle of his forehead that looks like the middle of the Decepticon symbol. You know, that's there, and he still got his visor and still got his faceplate. You got his two like horns on the side of his head and shit. Like it's still at least reminiscent.
Right. So did the Prime come out? Did?
Not that I know of. No, not that I know of. I'm gonna go to.
I wonder if
let's see
what kind of quality of product they're releasing.
It looks really good. It looks really good to me. But you know, of course, that doesn't tell you how it actually feels. I'm in the Lemon Tree toy section on Chosen. What the? Is there nothing in there? It's just taking a while to come up. I guess not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to another site and check it out. But yeah, I haven't seen any reviews or anything like that. So I highly doubt that anything's out yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Still gonna be in on that Shockwave, unless people start getting that Optimus Prime and that Blitzwing, and they're complete and total shit. Probably get that Shockwave, man.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about the Soundwave? No,
I just want I don't even want the Shockwave for Shockwave. Like I would have been cool with a Revenge model,
right?
You know, just on a stand because I'd like to have some of those ships. But
I like how I was working on that and they released that.
Well, you know,
I was like, well, all right.
Yeah, I hear you, but like I'm completely and totally surprised it took that long, to be honest with you. Like I thought something like that would have been around for a while. Like it was when I was trying to put that movie poster together, like I had to ask you to 3D design one because somebody still hasn't come out with that shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck is taking so long? But
yeah, and there's like Nemesis everywhere, or Nemesi and Arcs. But
is there's
a Nemesis toy, isn't there?
Nah, not that I know of. And if you know about it, I would love to know about it because I would love to get one.
Huh. I could have swore there was. I'll have to look around for that.
Nemesis was their first ship, correct? Right.
Yeah, it was the original, and then Revenge was the one that was in the '86 movie, and then they used the Revenge in season 4. No, 4. I don't think it was in 3 at all.
Wasn't it in 3 at all?
I don't remember if it being in 3. It probably might have been, but I remember it definitively being in 4 with the Headmaster stuff.
Ah, man. Yeah, I'd have to like look it up because I stupidly typed in Nemesis Transformer toy and I got fucking 3 million Nemesis Prime listings come up. Oh, look at this shit. There's one on Render Hub, but it's just a 3D model. Yeah, I'd have to look. I don't see anything, but I guess that Trypticon, that War for Cybertron Trypticon, or was it the Fall Cybertron? Whatever that Trypticon is, that man, who puts all those video game Transformers out third party? Planet X. Yeah, the Planet X Trypticon was like supposed to be like the Nemesis, but it wasn't the Nemesis we all know and love.
Yeah, gotcha.
Anywho's, well, let's move on. What do we got next? So we have So I had it up. I lost the picture. I don't know where it went, but Fans Hobby showed their Minerva Athena. It's called, carrying some color swatches that were a distinctive blue and yellow, and that's going to end up being that was their teaser for saying that they were working on their Nightbeat, which is going to be a retool of Athena, and that is Ace Hitter. Every time I see that shit, man, I saw it in Dame Jock Wall, Ace Hitter. I can't read it the same way anymore. So I guess they got that started. I know you guys don't give a shit about that, but it does carry a little bit of significance because they're going to do that. And I saw a couple heads that were coming along with Minerva or whatever, like some of the other Power Master heads. I don't know why they're releasing. I don't know. They look like alternate heads and shit, but they're not for that. They're for the other Headmaster Juniors. So you can only stand to reason that at some point in the future, we just might get a Masterpiece Spinister. It just might happen.
Oh, I hope so.
And I think, and it's going to be Fans Hobby, because Fans Hobby definitely seems to be the one that's going out on that Victory Headmasters Master Force limb. So but you don't give a shit about that. Just we'll get back to that when they make a Spinister. So next piece, I'm putting it in the chat right now. X Transbots is re-releasing their Scourge and the Sweeps with a new paint job, dark blue. Is it dark blue? Is it supposed to be like the cartoon colors?
I think that's what
more like the. Yeah, it's kind of pissing me off a little bit, man, because those look really good, but I'm not really looking to fucking sell my old ones off and get those, man. But they look fucking good, don't they?
How much would you sell your old ones off for?
How much would I sell the old ones for? I bought them for. I think I got the. I can't remember how much the Andrus was that his name? The Scourge. He was what? He was like 120 maybe 130 something like that. And then the Sweeps were a 3-pack for 300. Why? What are you trying to get some? You trying to get some Sweeps?
I'll give you $20 for them.
I'll install Pro Tools for you for them.
Yeah.
I need Sweeps to go with my Galvatron.
I'll put one of them in that space slipper mode and fucking grease it up so you can sit on it.
Yeah, because these are going for 400 now.
Yeah.
So they're like 33 a piece instead of one.
Those are fucking pretty cool, though, man.
Was Scourge different than his Sweeps? Was he bigger? Or?
No, he was exactly the same size, but the only subtle difference that I saw, you're gonna laugh, was the facial hair. They gave everybody, and I would actually have to like pull up pictures of the original Andrus, but each of my Sweeps, including Scourge, has like a slightly different mustache and a slightly different flavor saver, like just different lengths, just a little tiny something to set them apart. It's really kind of strange, but they're basically all pretty much the same shit. I don't know if like most of the time when they did the Insecticons in the 3-pack, instead of getting like the chrome paint, they got just plain gray, but they didn't do anything different for these guys. They just kind of like left them as is. So
I'll give you 50 a piece for your Sweeps.
Yeah, I don't think so, Libby. Honestly, I don't even know if I'd get rid of the old ones, because this is like a true building thing. If I got new Sweeps and a new Scourge, I would probably just put them in space slipper mode and put them up on the ceiling with the Seekers. I might have to do that. Yeah. I don't know.
Why would I think that you would sell me something?
What, for $50 each? I like you, but I don't like you that much.
Yeah, just like those Devastator add-on parts.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
Always. There is
absolutely no legitimate reason for me to be holding on to those things.
Levy, if I lived in 90 and you lived at 89, I'm gonna put that shit in your casket.
Wow.
and then I'm gonna reach into your pocket and take fucking $35.
Freaking the Constructicons have no use for those parts in individual modes. I'm sorry, they have no use for doubles of those parts.
Levy, you're wasting your breath, man. You're wasting your breath.
Fucking bullshit. What it fucking is. Fucking
hey,
bullshit.
Mike, would you sell them to me for $20? I'm just testing it, Levy. I thought I'd make some coin. I'd turn around, flip them to you for 50.
And
I don't know why.
If Mike agreed, I would have flipped this fucking table.
You know what I would end up doing? That shit would drive me so nuts that I didn't have those parts. I would end up selling my set. I would end up selling the set and then buying a set with the parts. That's what I'd end up doing, man.
Don't like all the other options of like sets that come out recently have all that stuff already.
Yeah, they have all that stuff in it. Yeah.
Well, Levy, why don't you sell the Devastator and just buy a newer, different version of Devastator? Oh,
did you get that? You got the head and everything. You got the head and the hips and the whole, all that stuff. You just didn't get the torso.
I didn't get the torso fillers or the feet, the foot pads for for
long haul. Yeah.
The heel extenders.
Yeah.
Speaking about feet, this versions of the Sweeps have different transformation for their feet, right?
Yeah, they did. I saw a video somewhere. I'm not exactly sure how it's different from the first one. I remember the first one being like a pain in the dick, but not that much of a pain in the dick that they needed to totally change stuff. But I could see that if they were doing metallic paint on, changing it, because the way they were last time, they definitely like rubbed up against the inside of the shins when you were putting them through. So yeah, So there's that.
Before we go on to the next thing, Mike, Sam brought up up something that I don't know if I'm assuming it's true because he had mentioned it.
Sam,
when he was the sound guy that did all the stuff for Cybertron Falls.
Okay.
When we were recording last week, we were talking about how KO is different from a third party, and stuff like that. And we were getting on the conspiracy theory, train where we're saying, well, maybe, Hasbro or Takara actually kind of lets them around because sometimes they might work with them. And he said that one of the, and he couldn't, I didn't ask him because I wasn't even thinking about it back then, but I'll have to ask him later tonight. But he said that one of the Studio Series transformations was the same as a third party transformation. And the third party transformation came out before the Studio Series toy did.
I wonder what the toy was. That's
what I gotta ask him what it was, because we were just talking about the feet and how they transform and stuff, and made me think about it. So, but you guys don't know any of that, anything related to that at all? Where, like, say Hasbro would have copied a third party transformation engineering?
I think that they're well aware that those third parties are out there, and I can't see Curiosity not getting the better of somebody. Like, maybe we should check this shit out.
I was asking a question, and I was joking around. So what happens if it gets so popular that Hasbro sends you a cease and desist? And Sam does like TFI Creations videos. He's been around for a while, since 2014 on YouTube. And he went to a convention up in Canada, and he actually talked to some of the Hasbro engineers that was at the convention. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we saw your stuff. It's pretty good." And then he was talking with them about certain things. He's like, and he said that they're well aware of like third party, companies and stuff, but they just, since they're not blatantly stealing their designs, they just basically let them alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a definite. at least from my point of view, and I probably share the opinion with a lot of people, but I definitely think there's a symbiotic relationship there. Mm-hmm. Not purposefully, but right. I think that third party obviously is making out because they're able to put all this shit out and make money off of it. But I really think that like my interest in this hobby, in the toy collecting aspect of this hobby, has definitely been a lot. I've had a lot more focus on it because the third party's filling in all the gaps. If I was sitting around waiting for a masterpiece transformer to get dropped every 8 months, I would be pretty goddamn bored.
He was saying that they had mentioned there's no reason why they would, shut any like animator or anybody down on YouTube, because it's basically free marketing for them.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, it's not like this dude's trying to sell DVDs or some shit, he's just trying to, trying to make stuff for the love of making it. Unlike,
who is it? Is it Nintendo, Levy? They basically shut you down if you do anything Nintendo related.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I know LucasArts was always really lenient about fan films and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask him about it and see which toys they were. Anyway, so back to the KFC, or no, wait, X-Transbots. Feet and their goatees.
Yeah, man.
That was before you had different face, panels and stuff, right? For them.
Wait for the sweeps.
Yeah, they don't come with any optional faces or anything like that, right?
I'm not seeing any. No, I'm not seeing any.
Because I know they came with like accessories, like what?
Although what one of them looks like his mouth is open. Like it does look like they might have different expressions this time. Like they did that with who the hell they did that? The Make Toys did that like with their Seekers, like Starscream, Sideswipe, or Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp kind of have a little bit of different looks on. And the Reflector, a lot of the Reflector sets are like that, like where each of the Reflector robots got a different expression. Mm-hmm. But I don't see any extra faceplates. What
were the accessories that you got with all those guys?
With the sweeps?
Yeah.
You got one of Metroplex's eyeball, or was it Metroplex's transformation cog, or was it one of his eyeballs, or was that Triptychon's eyeball? You got the eyeball, one of the Titan eyeballs from that one episode when they had to steal. When they were trying to like put Unicron back together with Cybertron as his body, and it comes with one of the transformation. I think it's Metroplex's transformation cog, and then it's Triptychon's eyeball, and then the other one comes with Ghost Starscream parts, like clear wings and a clear his clear like shoulder pieces, those red shoulder pieces and shit.
Cool.
For when he took over in the one episode. But that's it. That's all I see. Yeah, moving right along. We'll have to see about that. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But they look so good, man. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the other ones to see how different they look. Okay, so in other toy news, what's up, Levy?
40 for each of them.
Get the fuck out of here. So, GameShock put up this thing the other day, MK Toys on Weibo, and it's basically looks like a Fans Toys knockoff. Their first product is going to be basically KOing Fans Toys Reflector.
Oh, Did you finally get that 3D printer hooked up?
Yeah, right. I saw that. Yeah, right. Yeah, MK Toys, man. MK Toys. Not to be confused with this. This is not MK Toys. Is not in the MKU.
Do you have a link for that?
Yes, I do. A second, I'll put it right here in a second.
Just so I can see what your bootleg project is.
There you go.
You were smart to keep it on Weibo and not other Facebook. Right?
Yeah.
MK Toys. Huh, no kidding.
His name's Spotter, right? What's that?
I was asking Jed if he's in for those.
What were you asking me?
I was asking if you were in for those.
No, I just bought KFC's reflectors.
You don't want to support Mike?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll take 3 sets.
Oh, dad joke hour is so adorable.
What does the price translate to? 45 yuan.
45.
450 yuan. Is that it?
One.
I'm gonna find out in a second. $63.
Ooh, maybe I will get 3.
Is that what it says? It says 450.
Yeah. Mike appreciates the support.
Yeah, man.
It says pre-order price is 380, and then after that it's 450.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd pre-order it. Not from a company that never did anything, especially a KO company. But once they're out, I would pay $63 for a set of those, man. Shit.
Someone commented, they said, good on them. It said someone needs to start pumping out more runs of their stuff. Apparently, Fans Toys doesn't enjoy money. Mike, what if they did toy colors, man?
Oh, if they did the red, blue, and whatever the fuck the other color was it
green? Was it green?
Was it green? Yeah, it was green. If they did those colors, dude, I would be in a second. And if they got a half a brain in their head, that's what they would do, because everybody's got a fucking reflector at this point. It's like KO, go ahead, KO with Springer while you're at it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, what they need to do is KO the Insecticons, man. That's what they really should do next.
Well, yeah.
KO anything.
Dude, I love that meme that was going around, and it was like at the top of it said, looking up the Fans Toys Insecticons on eBay. Please don't be high. Please don't be high. Please don't be high. And then in the bottom says Fans Toys Insecticons, and it's a picture of fucking Willie Nelson.
Nice fuck.
What are they going for now? Crazy prices.
Man, I was hearing like $900 and $900 or whatever for the set of them.
Man, somebody's out there will pay for it.
Fans Toys is one company like that I will not miss a pre-order on. Like this whole Kang Toys thing where you guys are getting them as they're coming out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait and see if they release a box set. Like, I wouldn't do that with Fans Toys.
No,
because unless I have a hunch that they're gonna do some kind of repaint, which there really wasn't too much room for that with Insecticons. But yeah,
I kind of regret missing the boat in that Cyclonus.
The second one?
Either one.
That Cyclonus is one of the best ones they ever did, man.
Wait a second. So you want to buy his sweeps and you missed the boat on Cyclone? I thought you didn't buy.
I don't, but I have that Galvatron, so I kind of want sweeps and the Cyclonus for to stand next to him.
But doesn't that go against your Cree where you're like, I don't want to buy movie toys?
Yeah, I got the Galvatron because, when I was a kid, Galvatron was a gift from my grandma. So I wanted a Galvatron.
Okay. If that's the logic you want to use, that's cool.
So
you can't have your Ultra Magnus back. I'm sorry.
I don't want that Ultra Magnus.
Oh. Now I wonder where it's been.
So in other X Transbots news, I sent this in the chat, but it's worth talking about. So X Transbots posted that they are going to be showing images this month for Locke, which has been a long time coming, which is their cup, and Dr. Egg. So I guess we're probably going to see some full color pictures of the Quintessons, and I'm psyched for both of those. And it says Gravestone, the trailer in color early next month.
Cool. I still haven't got my yet.
You haven't got your, is that still sitting in your stash? Yeah. Must be sitting there a long time. What are you waiting for? You have enough to ship? Speaking of stuff coming in, looks like Unicron's making the rounds. This Studio Cell Unicron.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks,
doors.
Yeah, he got his early, and I think Robert D sent me a picture or two. He got his pretty early.
Did you see the Doors got his like 280 or something like that? It was pretty cheap compared to the what price we're paying.
Oh yeah, I think he's going for 400 here, 399. I think he was priced at. But man, pretty incredible though. Like the engineering of the whole thing, I was impressed with it. So it's just a lot of he's like really kibble free, except for the kibble that's supposed to be there. You know, the spikes and the wings and all that shit. But pretty amazing. Yeah,
and even Doors was showing like a video how it folds down and inside, you know, the toy for like when you want to transform it.
Yeah. I mean, all joking aside, that, you know, about the Hasbro one, like I still think the Hasbro one's pretty dope, and they crushed the planet mode for sure. But I'm surprised that, you know, that some dude, you know, some guy like us or whatever that just designed shit in 3D came up with a design for Unicron that is kibbleless, and you know, Hasbro and Takara that got the, you know, the top of the line, whatever robot designers, whatever team they got, you know what I mean, came up with that fucking Unicron with all those shells and everything all over the place, man. It's just wild.
Wasn't that Arturo's design?
I guess. I mean, it's a lot different than that one that I saw him put out, but it maybe not. I don't know. If it is his design, they did a lot of reworking it, because I mean his kind of looked like it, but I mean it's just, you know, it looked like a G1 Unicron. So I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Maybe it isn't. I don't know for sure exactly who it is, but I just remember him like when the whole Unicron thing was coming out, he was sharing his stuff. So
he definitely, I remember seeing those posts, and if it would definitely make you believe that it was his. It might be, who knows. But if it was him, I mean, again, you know, that's one dude that came up with an unbelievable design for a Unicron, and basically, I mean, I don't think you can argue that the Hasbro one has a better robot mode. I don't think that you can make an argument for that. I mean, that one that Zeta or Studio Cell one, that's just incredible looking in robot mode.
Yep.
And this is just like a little nugget that I saw on Dame Shock Wall. This was actually, so Jay did a couple of Jay, our boy Jay, Bren did a couple of commissions of like not Target Masters, some of the trigger bots, and then he did the Omnibots, some masterpiece scaled Omnibots, and Dame Chalk had posted them, and somebody left a comment on, and I'm gonna put it in the chat actually here. Let me put these in the chat so you can see what I'm talking about. So there is the post, and you can see Jay's, is that downshift or no, camshaft. And then in the comment section, Ryan, who is the dude that always runs the third party panel, Ryan Sheehy at TFCon, he commented. I'm gonna put his comment in the chat. Somebody commented and said, nice, characters like this make me wish that 3P didn't slow down, stop the G1 releases. And underneath that, Ryan commented and said, don't worry, they're getting made. So anybody out there is a fan of the Omnibots, which I am, at some point, I guess he must know something that we don't about somebody doing them. And he's kind of in the know on a lot. Like he was showing me some we were standing over at the third party, like the cases where they keep some of the shit. And he was showing me some pictures on his phone and some shit coming up, and it's like, man, I mean, it's all shit that we've seen already at this point. But back then when he was showing this to me, I was like, holy fuck, that's some cool shit, man. Like finished pictures of the Menasor, the X-Transbots Menasor and all that stuff. Pretty wild shit. But yeah, so drop a little tidbit there on some Omnibots. I'm sure there'll be some people excited about that. All the people that want them, and like the deluxe Insecticons and those characters, man. Cool.
Deluxe Insecticons, man. Can you imagine MP Deluxe Insecticons? That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That's like, and the funny thing is about those, and even like the Omnibots, like these characters never really had anything in the, you know, a lot of these other characters that they're doing, these like off the wall characters, like they've at least like appeared. MMC does a whirl. Like we know that Whirl didn't really do anything, but up in IDW is a huge character. But like the Omnibots and like the Deluxe Insecticons have been devoid of any kind of like media presence at all. Like they were basically like thrown into the toy line, but you never saw them really in the comic books or cartoons or anywhere.
The Deluxe Insecticons were in the comic books.
They were in the IDW, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were never in Marvel.
They were in the IDW, and I think it was IDW, or maybe it was Dreamwave. I forget, but I know they were in it, and they were really small. They were like cassette size.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to find the book. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember them. They were chasing somebody down, and I can't remember if it was who sent them. It's been a while, but I remember them being in a comic book because I remember I was doing research on Venom and shit. What were the other guys' names?
Ransack, Chop Shop, and Venom, Ransack, Chop Shop, and Barrage.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the reference to that book.
I mean, they regardless, like even if they were in it, they had a really tiny role because I can't really remember.
No, it was small.
Much.
Yeah.
But that all being said, like I think if we wake up tomorrow and there's a post on the Dame Chalk wall saying like make toys, or KFC or somebody's putting out a set of Deluxe Insecticons, I think people will lose their goddamn minds. If those little ones, the little like ninja ones that Fans Project put out a couple years ago, they did the original 3 and then they did repaints of those 3 as Deluxe Insecticons, but there was no, I can't remember the one they didn't do. I think, was it Chop Shop maybe? They left one of them out because there was only 3 to begin with, and like I don't know, that was a bummer because if they did all 4 of them, I would probably get those and call it a day.
They were in the Regeneration 1 comic.
Ah, okay.
Here, I'll send you a picture. I thought it was because they came out of Soundwave, but couldn't remember.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I have to go back and read that shit too. I can't remember any of that shit, man.
Yeah. And then there was I don't know.
And there's only 3 of them there. Who the hell is missing? Venom's on top. That's Chop Shop on the bottom, and that's Ransack. So Barrage is the one that's missing.
They said there was another one, this Buzzclaw and Dirge.
Buzzclaw and Dirge are made up. Well, Dirge was the jet, but obviously... Wait, where are you seeing this at?
I'm looking at the TF Wiki. They were saying there's a third. Actually, there's a toy. Oh, it's Beast Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you said, yeah, right, Bakan. Yeah. Variant clones, timelines. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Interesting.
Well, it's like me and Nate always say. It's like, eat right, take your vitamins, exercise, and you will live long enough to see whatever character from the Transformers universe that you want. At some point, it's going to happen. That's all funny, I got. Mike, that is all the toy news I got.
Mike, what's funny? We're like, which one's missing? And if you look at the comic, look at this word bubble. He's actually saying the word bubble.
Yeah, I noticed that after we molded over for a while. We're like 2 of those fucking assholes. Like, they put that up. We would be one of the guys commenting underneath it, going, "Oh, which one's missing?" Let me Google that for you.
I have a little bit of toy news.
Shoot.
So last Friday, I believe it was, Mezco put up for pre-order their 1978 Christopher Reeve Superman. Let me put a couple pictures up of it. Now, I think the figure needs a little bit of work, so hopefully they'll make some changes because the cape is too long and the smiling head sculpt is pretty awful. He looks like he was punched in the face really hard. Let's see if I can find a picture of the smiling head sculpt here. I mean, the regular head sculpt looks really nice, but yeah, I'll just post these pictures so far.
Oh, and Levy, before I was asking about the noir versions of Batman and Joker. They're actually those are sideshow, not 1/12 scale.
Oh, okay. So there's pictures of their Mezco 1/12 78 Superman. He looks all right. They need to work on that cape, though. Like I said, it's too long, and I think the material might be a little too thick, maybe. I'm not sure. But it looks good. I have it pre-ordered. Just trying to find the smiling head, because you really do have to see it, because it is really atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it yet, Jed?
No, like is it like a filter smile?
Oh, no, it's just because of the way partly the way they painted it. But they tried to emulate Christopher Reeve's distinctive smirk, but they just failed so bad. I got to get a good close up shot of it because when you see it, you're gonna laugh.
The one that you just sent over looks all right.
Well, yeah, and I'm talking about the smiling head sculpt.
Okay.
Actually, I like that picture. That picture's nice. Damn it. Damn it. The freaking Mesco site is so hard to... Yeah, there it is. I don't have a good close-up shot of it, though, but that smiling head sculpt is really bad.
He looks like he just farted, like a left a silent fart on an elevator.
I know, right?
His tights are riding up a little too tight there.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one, but to really appreciate it, you have to see the one up close, and I don't seem to be able to find one. So, but yeah, that smiling head sculpt, they need to rework that, and I think they definitely need to rework the cape. But other than that, everything else looks great, and he comes with Fortress of Solitude control console with all the crystals and shit.
Oh, cool. Hey, your Hot Toys, that comes with the whole crystal thing too, right, Stan?
It has
right?
a base. It has 3 or 4 crystal spires on it. But this is actually the control console, and it lights up and everything.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And he also comes with the various crystals, like the green crystal and some of the other control crystals.
Nice.
And a couple pieces of kryptonite. So, and this was a Mezco direct exclusive. You can only order it through the website or BBTS at a big markup. But I think this one they ended up making a lot more pieces than they usually do with their exclusives, because previous exclusives have sold out in less than an hour. The homemade suit Daredevil, I think, sold out in an hour. Their Gomez figures sell out real quick. But this one was available for pre-order for days and didn't go on waitlist until Sunday night. So
I'm assuming you're getting this.
Oh, I already pre-ordered it. Yeah. So I'll be happy to get it. Like I said, and that picture, that last picture there, it definitely looks like they need to rework the trunks there too. But it looks like they may have made changes in other pictures. But because in that last picture, the costume does not look like it's tailored very well. So hopefully they'll make some changes to it before it releases in November or December. So pretty excited for it though. Hopefully they make the necessary improvements. Was there anything else? The Deadpool head.
Yeah.
Are you getting that, Jed?
No, it's $100.
Oh, $100. Jeez.
Something like that, I think.
Something like 600 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, there's an app for it, and there's voice recognition and all that stuff.
It's a little weird that it's just his head.
Well, there was a part in the comic, I forget how long ago it was, where he was just a head. Or he had a version of his head or something like that. And
I know there was Headpool, which was like a zombie head.
Yeah, that's one probably I'm thinking of. And he carried him around all the time.
Yeah.
But it's strange, and it's strange enough to be, Deadpool. Yeah, just a head. What is it Ryan Reynolds doing all the voice lines?
I have no idea. I doubt it, but I mean, maybe.
Are you getting it, Levy?
No.
I saw a Deadpool was one of those butcher block for things for the knives or whatever, but it was a Deadpool head, and all the knives went in the top of his head. I think Deadpool's so fucking overplayed anymore, but that was pretty funny. That was something I could see getting.
Yeah, he's $100.
Yeah,
just for the head.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right, so that's it. That's all I have for toy news, I think.
There was, I think it was Figma.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back and look. Now, Levy, is it Kid Icarus or Kid Icarus?
Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus. They have some new Kid Icarus figures coming out.
Oh, cool.
They went up for pre-order. I posted those in the chat a while ago. Let me see if I can find
the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Commander went up for pre-order on that network app this week, and apparently there was I guess there was a big freaking problem with that, because there's been two different color decos shown for this Cobra Commander, one with a dark blue with with silver accessories, and one with a light blue with gold accessories. And I guess on this network app, because they got first crack at pre-orders, all the pictures that they were promoting were this light blue variant. And so everyone assumed that that's the version that they were going to be putting up for pre-order. But then I guess like right before the timer on their website counted down to 0, the pictures they posted were of the dark blue version. And so people were upset, I guess. But then, it ended up selling out with a quickness on that site or on that app.
I got that app to see if I could get in on that, and then like I fucking missed out on it and get in on time.
No, it's going to be coming to Hasbro Pulse and BBTS soon enough.
I'm sure.
So
yeah, it's Figma that's releasing the Kid Icarus.
Okay, good smile company, Figma, right?
Yeah, and they're doing the dark version too. Assuming it's from the video game from like a few years ago.
What's that?
I said I'm assuming it's from that video game from like a few years ago. I don't know. I'm not up on the Kid Icarus.
Oh no, there was one that the most recent one was something that was released on a 3DS, I believe. But Kid Icarus goes back to the 8-bit days on the NES.
Oh right, but I'm just saying. I think these toys are based off of that game that came out like a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, he's also in Smash Brothers too, so maybe they might have taken some inspiration from that as well.
Cool.
So, but that's it for what I have for the news.
Yeah, that's it for me too. There's nothing else I can really think of that came out besides this.
Well, let's move on.
Okay, so weird news. Let's see, what do I have here? I have 2 stories for weird news. The first one I call "Glory to You and Your House," and this comes from iflscience.com, and the headline reads: New York City just recommended using glory holes in latest pandemic sex advice. So, as we know, there's a global pandemic going on with the coronavirus, COVID-19. And so there's been questions, I guess, about, sex and whether or not you should engage with various sexual partners or whatever. And so
you were going to say like complete strangers in a bathroom stall.
So New York City has apparently been giving out advice. And they're quoted as saying, maybe it's your thing, maybe it's not, but during COVID-19, wearing a face covering that covers your nose and mouth is a good way to add a layer of protection during sex. And this is from a memo from the Department of Health, I believe, or maybe it's...
Wait, so they're saying you can do the pounding, but you should wear... Is this real?
Yes.
I mean, like, don't you think Wait, so use a glory hole. Is that what you're saying?
Let me continue.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is outlandish.
So they say that face covering that covers your nose and mouth is a good way to add a layer of protection during sex. Heavy breathing and panting can spread the virus further, and if you or your partner have COVID-19 and don't know it, a mask can help stop that spread. There's even a section that offers advice on how precisely to have sex, and this is where things get a little spicy. As well as recommending that people avoid transferring saliva, semen, or feces, avoid rimming, and to use protection. They also endorse glory holes. Make it a little kinky, the memo says. Be careful or be creative with sexual positions and physical barriers like walls that allow sexual contact while preventing close face-to-face contact.
Like a milking table.
Like a glory hole.
Well, a milking table is a glory hole when you're laying down.
So you're trying to say that your dick can't pass around the coronavirus? Is that what they're saying?
Mm.
Like, as long as you don't breathe on a motherfucker, like you can stick your fucking dick all over the place, but you can't breathe on him. Is that what you're...
It's not an STD.
Yeah.
I just figured the coronavirus was on you.
You're not gonna get the coronavirus, but you're gonna get AIDS.
Yeah. It's just, things are just getting so fucking weird out there, man.
What are we? When are you guys supposed to go green anyway? Isn't this supposed to be next week?
Yeah, it's going to be the 26th, I think it said.
So my next story I call "Bird Lives Matter," and this is actually a story from 2015, but I just saw a meme about it today, so I looked it up, and it was really funny. So let's see here. It turns out that an owl flew into a patrol car and attacked a Louisiana police officer, and it just made me think that the owl flew into the car and started yelling "Black Lives Matter." So it amused me. But that's pretty much the extent of that story.
That's
Levy.
yeah, that was.
You did like a news report on a meme.
Like you telling the story the way that you told it was way funnier than the actual story.
They crashed the car.
They crashed the car.
The owl had flown into the driver's side window and started attacking the officer with its wings, talons, and beak. And during the mayhem, the officer temporarily lost control of his patrol car and drove it into a ditch.
Did the bird yell, "Hey, take that, pig"?
He waited about 45 minutes for the owl to finally fly out of the car into the darkness.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of owls, have you seen the Captain America meme that's going around?
No.
He's like, I know somebody that has a little dick and sounds like an owl, and dude's like, who? And he goes, exactly. And then the fight breaks out in the elevator. I gotta see if I can find it, dude. That'd be fucking laughing. Is that it for weird news?
That's it for weird news.
Are we gonna do some Q&A?
Sure.
You're the host, Levy. Drive the train.
And this is bullshit.
Drive the train to Busan.
Fuck that shit. Let's see here. Where am I at? As I recall, there weren't too many questions.
I put that shit in the chat just now.
That's funny.
Oh, here we go. Did you like how I made it topical and put a picture of Ellie from Last of Us 2 in there for the questions post?
Yeah, that
I
was,
didn't know. I didn't know who
I
that
thought it
was.
was funny. I think it confuses some people though,
Why?
Confuse me.
because it confused Mike.
No
Mike
one
is some
cares.
people.
No one cares if Mike's confused. All right. So, what's that?
I care.
Oh, shut up. You do not. All right. So, SLB Vlog, our good friend Josh Lawrence asks, when are you guys going to bring the trivia game back? One of my favorite things about your show is listening to you guys try to figure out the answer and me screaming in the car the answer. I don't know. I think we could bring it back, when we actually start recording on mics again.
I don't know. I think it had its time.
Or not. You heard it here first, folks. Mike does not like trivia. So
Well, it was like one of those things like we were trimming the fat, It's like, well, do you want to have a fucking 4-hour show or a 4.5-hour show?
So there's your answer, Josh. No, we're not doing it.
No, we're not. We sounded stupid anyway.
Stop asking.
Next question.
Alan Grant writes, this is great.
I read this already. It's pretty good.
Alan Grant writes, hey boys, do you remember the first time you saw or heard about lesbians? And then he continues, here's mine, just to help spark your memories. Just picture a young lad no older than 13 sitting on a tram and the day was beautiful, blue skies above, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a sun shower broke out. I just happened to turn my head at the perfect time to see Dimmy Dime Blonde with hair out.
Dimey Dime.
Hair out, short shorts on, running across the tram line, holding hands with a smoking hot brunette. To me, they looked like they were running in slow-mo across the field of wildflowers. So, when did you first learn about lesbians?
Probably smut. I have to imagine. I remember, the Chiseler, he told me about the hun.com. And that stole months of my life, like after he told me about it, because I was still on dial-up at the time. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Unofficially, I don't remember, but officially, I remember Wild Things when Wild Things came out, and Denise Richards and what's her face were making out, and
Naomi.
that was fun.
You
Neve Campbell.
Nev Campbell.
But that was like later. I looked at it. That was 1998, so I would have been fucking what? I'd been like. How old am I? What was that? I would have been like fucking in my 20s. Yeah, so it had to be before that. Yeah, it was probably the Hun. Probably when Richie turned me on to the Hun. I don't know. I can't remember. What's up?
I was 10 when I learned about lesbians.
No, I knew about them, but I just haven't seen any of their actions at that point. They were like the Bigfoot, like you heard about it, and people told stories that they've seen them, and you would see a blurry pic on the internet every once in a while, but
Didn't your dad have smut magazines?
No, not my dad, but Dennis had Jesus had Playboys in the fucking.
Oh, Playboys.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. There probably wasn't.
Playboys are tame.
Yeah, they're tame, but there were still lesbians in there. So I gotta imagine. Yeah, so I was at a fucking.
My dad had like Hustler and fucking like magazines I'd never heard of, and like magazines if I were to get the name of.
She was like she was like a chick dressed up like Goldilocks and like a real bear,
Yeah, that was how I first learned about lesbians, because I got to see them doing it in the pages of these magazines at like the age of.
And how did that change you at all?
It made me feel funny downstairs, I'll tell you that much.
It made me feel funny downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I was probably 13. I think when I found out, because I was in 8th grade and the girls' gym teacher was dating one of the other teachers, and they had like kissed each other and were like holding hands to the car or something like that.
And she kept her job?
Yeah, apparently.
That's a really progressive school for that time.
I guess, or maybe they didn't think anybody was looking. I don't know, because they were kind of like out in the parking lot. So, but it was a classic, like the classic was
you saw, and rather than something that spread around the school, or what?
Everyone knew that she was a lesbian, and I think
Did she look like a truck driver?
She had the military buzz cut, and then very athletic and muscular and tall. So that was the gym teacher, and then the other one was the English teacher, and she was like this short brunette with like curly hair. That was like butterfly lesbian.
I never understood the lesbians that were into the girls that were like mainly chicks, because like at that point you would think just be with a dude. I mean, I realized that the plumbing is different, but I don't know. Like if you were going to be a lesbian, you would think you would want a girly girl because like you're into chicks. So I'm just imagining that girls would have the same taste that we do, but I guess they don't.
I would think it would be just based on like your type, right? Because some people are into like athletic, muscular chicks, or some people are into like skinny chicks. Some people are into like thick chicks. So I guess you just based upon your type, right?
I guess, yeah, but it seems like it's a little more than that, because it always seems like, in a relationship, like you see the one girl is always a lot more like a dude, and it's like, oh, it's almost like they're trying to still fit into the heterosexual relationship roles, even though they're not.
Well,
it's just like
this was the 80s.
Yeah.
So it was. I think maybe there was slim pickings back then. I don't know.
Our high school had a gym teacher, a lesbian, and she looked like a truck driver.
Why would she drive a truck? Did she have a flannel?
Nah, she just like, if you stuck all the teachers in like a battle royal, like I probably really would have put my money on her. Maybe I probably would have put my money on her. Really?
Wow.
Beat up a couple nuns and some frail dudes. And
wow.
Did you guys ever hear of Buck Angel?
You remember you were saying earlier about if I got famous and they listened to the show, this would probably be one of those conversations where I lose my job, I think.
Yeah, did you guys ever hear of Buck Angel?
I heard of Buck Cherry.
You heard what?
No.
Oh. Yeah, he's a porn star, but he is known as the man with the pussy. He's a woman who transitioned into a man but kept the plumbing downstairs.
I wish you would have told me that before I had a chance to Google it, because now it's on my fucking. now it's on my search history. Now if I die in a fucking car crash tomorrow, they're gonna be like, oh, I wonder what this dude. Oh, he's looking up Junkions and Buck Angel.
I know now that you're Googling freaking Buck Angel.
Yeah.
Is it true that on June 19th, 2020 at 11:42 p.m.
you Googled Buck Angel?
Colloquially known as the man with a pussy.
I plead the fifth.
He's in the middle of a Senate
hearing. Oh man. man. Why
That's
do you?
like that's like the game that you play. Like, you know, pick like 3 items that you take to the cashier to make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like duct tape, a knife, and plastic bags.
All right, well, Alan, thank you so much for that question.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, let's move on. Let's see here. Any other questions? Brother Kyle writes, anyone else notice that Mike has added the word extra to his vernacular? I have not. Jed, did you notice?
What was that?
Has anyone else noticed that Mike has added the word extra to his vernacular?
No.
Oh, he's saying that like when somebody really acts like a goofball or whatever, like I will say, yeah, he's a little extra. Like we were talking about MGO to 1 week with the way he acts during his reviews. Yeah, he's a little extra. Yeah, I actually have added that to, because it's like a simple. It's a good descriptive, and everybody knows what you're talking about when you're saying it.
Is that like a new slang thing that's going trending?
Ever heard of that?
I have not.
No. Yeah, that's been around a while.
Well, it's like I've been seeing people in chats and stuff. They've been using oof a lot more. That's been going around a little bit.
I hadn't really noticed that though. But all right. So anyway, he has a second part to his question. It says, "What do you guys think of the chances of someone else doing MP Dinobots or Fans Toys reissuing theirs? X-Trans is big on movie stuff. I'd love for them to try. They're the most noticeable hole in my collection as of now."
Wait, X-Transbots does movie stuff? Wait, what is he talking about? You mean
stuff.
The 86 movie stuff?
Yeah, because they did. Didn't X-Transbots do a Galvatron? Or was that DX9?
No, they were
DX.
going to do a Galvatron, but they took it back to the design board, and that's going to be out probably next year.
Well,
man,
they did do Elagos and Andrus.
They're doing Cup. They're doing Springer.
Yeah, they've been doing Springer for 4 years now.
They did Wheelie.
Yeah. Wheelie.
Yeah, Wheelie. We don't talk about Wheelie.
Which version?
April's going to be so mad I've been eating all of her candy.
That'll cheat
The
her.
Dinobots, I don't know, man. I don't know if Masterpiece Dinobots, that's a tough one because like everybody ate up those Fans Toys ones, and I saw a lot of people got the Gigapower ones too. Like it seems like everybody that won them got in on them, and and everybody's content with them because for the same reason as they don't want to see any more Seekers, because that if a new Dinobot comes out, it's like it's going to be a $200 to $250 item, and then you got a team of 5 of them, so the second that you pre-order that first one that you're in for $1,000 to $1,200 worth of shit. So, and I don't see Fans Toys reissuing theirs.
No,
and they only did the MP Grimlock right as the official, right? There was no other. There was no other plans.
That one wasn't even in scale anyway, so it's kind of.
What was the combiner that you had, Mike?
What combiner?
Creations.
Oh, that one. Yeah, but that was not in scale. That was like a typical combiner. Like it had like a Grimlock was extra big.
Yeah.
Compared to the Grimlock was probably actually MP scale, but then all the limb Dinobots were a little on the small side.
That was like a Warbotron size, right?
No, he was pretty big. He was like 17, 18 inches tall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, like not big enough, not as big as Toy World Constructor, but he was fairly big.
And the individual bots you said didn't scale. They were more like chug size.
They were the limb. All the limbs were more chug size, and the Grimlock was close, but yeah, man. Yeah, and you have a hard time going back and picking up them Fans Toys ones because I heard people talking about how we were talking about the Insecticons like Sludge. Have you looked up sold Sludges on eBay lately?
No.
He's like $4 or something, right?
I saw some high prices, man. $400, $500, $600.
Wow.
I'll look them up now, quick.
I never let those go. Those are
not a chance.
Yeah.
So okay. Thanks for the question, Brother Kyle. And our final question comes from our very own Jed Vargo. And he asks, "Are you excited for MP50?"
Never heard of her.
I have no idea what MP50 is. So,
what? Well, how can you post the questions in the Beast Wars Society and not expect to get a Beast Wars question, being the number one Beast Wars podcast?
Which one's MP?
Rubbish.
MP50's Tigertron.
Oh, Tigertron.
MP50.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, 51 was
Rubbish.
RC. Actually, I think it looks really good.
Oh, that may be, but yeah, I don't.
Listen to these Fans Toys stomp prices. And these are all undersold. So these are like ones these are like sold. A sealed 775.
Jesus.
Open 699.
Jesus.
585, 540, 860.
Wow.
700, 750, 585, 920.
Is that
Good Lord.
How recent are the sales? Are they this past month?
May. These are all May and June. These ones that I'm reading off. Yeah. Holy fuck.
$1,000. I paid that much for all 5 Dinobots.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that is what.
What about the look up the Insecticons? See what they're going for now. Hey, if anybody's going to make it, it's going to be MK Toys, right? MK.
Right. Let's see.
Seriously though, if you had one company dedicated to KOing all the Fans Toys products, I mean, that would be probably in one of the top on the list, right?
You would think. Got the group of them for 3 of them for $749, 3 of them for $949, a bombshell for $349.
Wow.
The shrapnel is a little cheaper. They're going for $170 each. Kickback $395.
What were the original?
Another
100 a pop.
Man, maybe like 100 a pop. Another group of them for $700. Bombshell $465.
Wow.
Good Lord.
It's just people that just have too much money that are just don't know what to do with it. Or they're just that crazy that they need to have those specific toys.
Yeah, that's insane.
If I saw those, like that's where my need to not spend that much money wouldn't supersede my need to have those Insecticons. Like you just picked up the Mala Militia for how much? You got them, right? The MMC ones?
Yeah, the 120, I think.
120 for the set of 3 of them.
Yeah.
And those are nice. Like those are, you know what I mean? They're different than the Fans Toys ones if that's really what you're looking for, but those are definitely not, it's not like,
no, I like them. Yeah, I like them a lot. I mean, they're perfect. They're to me, they're good, good versions of those characters for your collection and stuff. I mean,
it was kind of wild how them and Fans Toys and Bad Cube all really did them different. Like Bad Cube did like the Bad Cube was like bulky and Fans Toys was more like the meatheads, and then you had the MMC ones were very like athletic looking, like they were more like the ninjas of the group, I guess.
Yeah. Is that the ones that came with all the weapons, the MMC?
No. MMC's the ones that you got. I'm saying that like they were like taller and leaner and shit. They look like athletic. They look more like ninjas.
Gotcha.
How much did you say the Insecticons were going for on eBay?
On eBay, sold. I'm seeing groups of them for $750, $950, $750, $850, and the kickback and especially the bombshell for $350. Woo.
Mike.
Yeah.
Look up Toy World's waist fillers.
Stop it. Wait, don't spoil it. Let me.
Maybe you'll find one for Levy for like $30.
No, you don't even see them on here, man. No, none. Let me see. I'll type in Burden.
I would pay $950 for those.
You trade your Insecticons for them.
I trade my Devastator for them.
No, they're not even Burden add-on, maybe? No, they don't even, it's like they don't even exist. Yeah, well, you guys still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Was that the last question?
That was the last question. So thank you for that question, Jed.
You're welcome. I have to always ask a question that's in the Beast Wars Society because no one ever does. Maybe one of these days we'll get somebody asking a Beast Wars question besides myself.
Levy, after I got done shitting and then Jed went to the bathroom, did you leave to go to the bathroom too?
No, I just shit my pants here.
I just wanted to take a piss. I didn't shit.
I was just wondering if you heard why it took so long when I was gone.
Oh.
No, why did it take so long?
I went outside here, outside the room here, because I'm up on the top floor, second floor. But then I went downstairs to get a refill for my drink, and Vanessa was downstairs taking selfies of herself in her underwear and a Darth Vader helmet. And And she was having a hard time getting the helmet to stay, so I had to like rig the helmet while I was down there. So that's why I was missing for so long.
Did you throw like a one-liner out or go like use the force?
Use the force. Yeah. And then I shouted out the divorce, Levy. What's that?
You know what? I think Levy's playing The Last of Us too.
I think he's fucking around over there.
I was just trying to talk to me.
I hear controllers. I think you're holding a controller in your hand. Are you holding a controller in your hand, Levy? No.
I hear the sound of a dick in a sock. Whatever that sounds like.
Oh, you know exactly what that sounds like.
Oh, speaking of, how did your gig go at the nudist colony?
Oh yeah,
that's tomorrow.
Oh,
dread! It's complete and total dread. And, you know, if there's one thing I don't want to do is play a fucking show at a nudist colony during a pandemic. Like, I'm fucking mortified.
Just go naked. That way, you know, it'll just all the tension just go away.
What if it rains, man? Is it canceled then?
You know, that's a hell of a question, because we're playing like this is even worse, Jed, because we're playing like a pool party. So any last chance anybody had to be like wearing anything is gonna be, I'm so fucking mortified, man. I don't remember, like, you know, I'm in a pandemic, playing in a fucking nudist colony, playing Skinner, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
it's either that or taco night at the bowling alley.
yeah. So I guess I'll just go make some money. I'll go make money and get the fuck out, dude.
Can have your one cannonball.
Yeah. I hope the stage is you know, a little bit of a distance away from whatever.
From the activities.
From the activities. Just, yeah. This is how I pay for these fucking sweeps. Sweeps and Unicron. I should announce that over the microphone tomorrow. I'll be like, you naked fucking assholes are paying for my Unicron.
And a 1 and a 2.
I shall give you a new body and new pants and nothing.
All right. So, anything else, guys?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I was going to ask you, Levy. You were saying before about The Last of Us 2, how they were doing review bombs.
Oh yeah.
People were saying it was shit, but you've been playing it, and like, no spoilers. How's it been? Is it good?
Well, I haven't really gotten that far into it yet. So far it's been good, but I haven't really experienced too much of the story yet. I've only played probably about a grand total of like 2.5 hours, and a lot of that's been cutscenes.
Okay.
So I'll have more to say about it next time.
Cool.
So, have you been playing it?
I didn't even download it or purchase it.
Download or purchase? I thought you had it pre-installed.
Nope. That would be Brother Kyle.
Oh.
Actually, I think he went to GameStop and bought it. I don't know. I've been like kind of debating if I should get it right away or if I should just wait a little bit.
Oh.
Because, you know, like people say, oh, it's shit, or what. I still want to play it, but, you know, or maybe if I could just wait, maybe there's, you know, DLC that'll be included in it, or the price will drop, or I just don't feel like shelling out like $70 for a game.
It's only 60.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think Kyle said he paid 70 for it.
Well, he might have gotten the special edition or the deluxe edition.
Which is what?
I don't know. You get a bunch of stuff with it.
Usually deluxe editions do.
Yeah. I don't know what the stuff is. I mean, for the digital, hold on a second. Fighting off a sneeze. The digital deluxe edition came with all the same pre-order bonuses that mine did, but then all the extra stuff wasn't like in-game stuff. It was like virtual art books and soundtracks or whatever. Nothing I gave a shit about.
Swag. Got it.
Yeah. And it was all digital stuff, and I really didn't care. So I just got the $60 edition of the game.
Makes sense.
So
cool. How's the music in it?
It's pretty much the same as the original. I mean, it's that twangy guitar.
It's the same musician, composer. That's
probably
music. Cool. Well, thanks for the shitty review.
Yeah.
We'll tune in next week or next time for your.
I played like 2 hours of the game. What do you want, man?
Thanks for your 2.5 hour shitty review.
I did get to a really significant point in the story right before I came up to do the show. So I'm going to get back down there and get back to it. So
I know you want to go.
So.
All right. Well, Mike, I don't have anything else. And Levy, it sounds like you don't have anything else because you want to go play video games.
I do.
All right, then. Enough's enough. We're out.